at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. Services on Sunday are from 8:30 a.m. for Sunday school and 9:30 a.m. for morning worship.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
As my life, I lay it on the altar. As my life.
This Friday, join us together with the family of Andrea and loved ones of many of the other victims of violent crime against women and children at Woodford Square from 7 p.m. Join us for the historic symbolic signing launch of the national petition to protect our women and save our country. Join me, Judy, together with Candace, Felicia, and Avenel, as well as Inchan, Stefan, Philip, and Ian. Petition packages will be distributed to all team leaders for distribution throughout the country.
Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Hi Trinidad and Tobago, this is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marval Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM, Street Live, Port of Spain, Marava.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here on the Street 919 FM. The Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word is on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Tuesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, where we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or find us on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank, account number 795222.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
And now for the reading of the daily newspapers.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me say thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here, safe, sound, and all in one piece. A pleasant good morning going on to my entire family. Good morning to Ms. Sharon Felix and her entire family, Mr. Dominic Romain and his entire family. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. A pleasant good morning also going out to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. And as you know, at this time every morning, we are live and alive on Facebook and on YouTube. So you can check us out on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Iwer TV. And you can, when you get in there, remember, on Facebook, guys, remember to share the live. Yes, don't be stingy. Let everybody know what you're so interested in on a morning and what you do each and every morning when you get up. You're locked on with us, the Titans of Democracy, right here on the Street 919 FM. So as I get ready to get into our online papers for today, Friday the 5th of March, 2021, in the Express, the headlines: exemption fiasco, tears, frustration at JFK Airport in New York as repatriated nationals told to pay for quarantine. Oh. And complaint for Gary. Ooh. So let's see what's going on. See what are the stories on the inside. So, exemption fiasco. It's a story by Anna Ramdas. Drama unfolded at the John F. Kennedy Airport, New York, USA on Wednesday, as a number of passengers were told that the only way they can get on the repatriation flights... Hold on, let me get in. Right. Repatriation flight was if they were able to pay for hotel quarantine on arrival to Trinidad. This caused tensions to rise in New York, with some in tears while others vented in frustration. It meant they would have to fork out between $5,500 and $6,500 for their 7-day hotel quarantine period. Eventually, a total of 95 citizens arrived at Piarco International Airport on Wednesday night. The Express was told by sources at a National Security Ministry and Caribbean Airlines that about 20 persons were asked to pay at the last minute. I know we'll hear more on that story. Mysterious disappearance of Hardbaggins Madho Ramkisoon had the face that everyone knew, but no one actually ever saw. He lived in Hardbaggin, Williamsville, but from Monday to Saturday, he might be seen at... Hold on, get in quick. Right. He might be seen at Marabella, San Fernando, or even Princestown, in line at a Playway booth, checking his cash and tickets and playing a mark. Nurse ordered to hand over $2.3 million house. A nursing assistant has been ordered to hand over the $2.3 million house she shared with a doctor who passed away in 2015 to his ex-wife and son. In making his order, hold on, what the hell? In making his order virtually on Wednesday, Justice Frank C. Prasad said that Dr. Ram Singh had not in his will left Olivia Springer the 5-bedroom house she claimed they renovated together. He also said there was no evidence she was entitled to the house or a Toyota Corolla purchased in 2012. Sipasad said while there was a relationship between the two, Singh did not want to live with her. The judge said
the way he treated Springer was unacceptable and reflective of his dismissive attitude towards women. Commissioner of Police Griffith approval rating 80% compared to 59% for TTPS. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith has an approval rating of 80% compared with 59% for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Police Service Commission denies commissioning poll by Procope. The Police Service Commission has denied that it commissioned a poll done by market research and analytics consultant Aquila Procope on the performance of, is it the Commissioner of Police? Yes, on the performance of the Commissioner of Police and the TTPS. Okay. Charged with rape of a 76-year-old. A 40-year-old man appeared virtually at the Princestown Magistrate Court on Monday, charged with burglary, robbery, and violence and rape. Rum, stewed goat, rice, provision. 3 confessed the murder. When a meal of stewed goat meat and rice laced with poison did not work out as planned as a means of murdering an allegedly abusive husband, the man was then instead beaten. Beaten over the head with a piece of wood while he was asleep. Whoa. Okay. FCB expands into Guyana. Majority state-owned First Citizens Bank Limited on Wednesday reached an agreement to acquire the banking operations of Scotiabank in Guyana. Women still being sexually harassed. Where is the law? Women continue to be sexually harassed in this country 2 years after a sexual harassment policy was laid in the parliament, but no steps taken to bring legislation. To bring legislation to treat with this issue, says Independent Senator Hazel Thompson-Ahi. Court orders man to hold sign for littering. A court has ordered a Laventil man to hold up an "I will not litter" sign after he pleaded guilty to the offense before a magistrate. And these are the stories that are making way in the Express. So as we go over to the Newsday, agricultural economist tells government address food security. And if you have anything to do with that graffiti that I saw on Ryson Road, just asking. Marijuana activists fined $6,000 for possession and cultivation. Who is this activist? Not the same. Lord Father. I don't understand how they have money to waste, yes. U.S. donates boat engines to Coast Guard. Nice. Caribbean Ad Agency wins 29 Addy Awards. Congratulations. Trini chef rocks boat on U.S. TV's below-deck sailing yacht. Raghunath, power sharing in the THA could work. Venezuela's military detained gang members headed to Trinidad. New bill proposes 25 years jail for gang leaders. Guyana Finance Minister slams Scotia for announcing asset sale to FCB. Okay. Over 3 years jail for 3 who tried to kill man with poison stew. Oh, okay. Right. NP, no $600 million allocation, but we still upgraded gas stations. Policeman dragged by car in Kamuto barracks accident. Mechanic burnt, cars destroyed in Diego Martin fire. Aruka man shot dead by fake cops. ACS to address vaccine inequity in the Caribbean. Dr. Hines, benefits of vaccines outweigh side effects. Mark, Hines disagree over Beetham plant questions. Point 14, business owner honors 5 officers who helped save store. Excellent. NCRHA, doctors do major heart procedure first in region. San Fernando Mayor praises Fontclair Steel Orchestra for community loyalty. Colombia receives vaccines from COVAX. Roberts, don't usurp EBC's role in THA boundaries. Very good, yes. Or part of independent body, or they don't understand. Again. So those are the stories in the Newsday. So as we head over to the Guardian, headlines in the Guardian, tougher sex laws. Tougher sex offense laws coming. An avalanche of proposed law against sexual harassment in the workplace, streets, and via use of cyberspace is coming. Griffith wants to switch ratings with TTPS. Power sharing in THA illegal, risky, says George. Chamber happy. PDP, PNM to discuss THA deadlock. Kaiso founder dies of cancer. Stakeholders welcome changes to sex offense laws. Activists wants third-party reports on domestic abuse legislated. No bail for man who allegedly raped pensioner. 2 killed by police after supermarket robbery. Spiritual leader friend charged with raping boy 14. Homeowner injured fighting house fire. Fake cops kill Aruka man. Officers injured on the job. Woman, mom, and friend to serve 1 year in prison for murder. Marijuana activist fined $6,000 for cultivation over legal limit. Griffith wants citizen support for anti-gang laws. Toruba man charged with fraud. And 4 new COVID cases. That 4 new COVID cases was when? That was from Thursday. Yeah. So I'm not sure about the COVID cases. We need to check on that and see what's happening. But these are the stories that are on the Guardian, the Express, and the Newsday this morning. So you can go out here, grab the papers of your choice. In a little while, we're going to get a little deeper into the news of the day. Where is my... Right. So in just a little bit, we're going to be playing a music video for you. So keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. It's Bacchanal Friday. Yes. So keep it locked. Miss Felix and Mr. Dominic, they are on their way, so they'll be with me shortly.
Racism. Stop killing we African people. Stop killing we Africans. Stop killing we. Cause we tired, yes we tired. But I got this put a helping hand. Tell me why they do not like the Africans. But I got I don't know what we did to them. Every day they killing African children. So I want to know why they kill we and the police to kill we and the army kill we. Politicians who kill we, but I got this answer we kill we. CIA want to kill we, KKK want to kill we, racist skinheads to kill we. Africans we have to unite, build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black community, only then they will have respect for we. Over 400 years we suffering. We survived the torture, burning, rapes, hangings. Cities burning up, the whole world protesting. Black people tired of hate and racism. So I ask again why they kill we. Send the police who kill we and the army kill we. Politicians who kill we. But I got this answer we kill we. HIV me to kill we. COVID-19 to kill we. Ebola me to kill we. Africans we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Police kill George Floyd for the world to see. Police criminals in black communities. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King they kill. Black lives matter, black people are dying still. So I ask again why they kill we. Send the police who kill we and the army kill we. Politicians who kill we. But I got this answer we kill we. Vaccinations to kill we. Jim Crow laws they to kill we. Bill Gates he want to kill we. Africans we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that it should be right. Respect we Africans should be right.
919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Sharon Felix. And this is our 6 a.m. headlines on the Street 919 FM, courtesy Green Dot Limited. In the headlines, the PSC calls for retraction for Guardian story. A man is charged with using a fake check to acquire 32 cell phones. Overseas,
New Zealanders are advised to expect tsunami waves.
and those are the morning's headline, courtesy Green Dot Limited. Our major newscast comes up at 7. I am Sharon Felix.
And I'm Jason Thomas.
Good morning.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Bruce, check me here, check me here. You know, right. At least I think it's singing a little better. I checked that already. Trinidad and Tobago, I'm here. Let me say good morning to all of you. Good morning to Sweet TNT. Yeah? Thanking the Lord for bringing me here safe and sound, waking me up this morning in the land of the living. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to Bruce and his entire family. Dominic Romaine and his entire family. Good morning to every single one of you. Tobago, I hope you're locked on and listening. Good morning, good morning. All of foreign listeners, viewers, callers, wherever you are this morning, I say good morning. Yeah? This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoicing it. So Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, all right. No good to see. Ay. Oh, yes, Trinidad and Tobago and the world listening. You know, anytime you're looking for a drama, check Anna Ramdas. Drama, 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 drama. Eh, you know, let me just say, Lord Father, charged with rape of 76-year-old boy, all your wicked, yes? All your wicked. Watch him, man. Shane Khan. A 40-year-old man appeared virtually at the Princestown Court on Monday, charged with burglary, robbery, with violence and rape. I tell you. All right. So while we're getting ready and organizing the video streaming properly just so that you see me good, let me say again good morning to everybody. And remember, you can see us live in studio. Facebook, it's the Stream 919 FM, and YouTube, it's Iwer TV. So you can get on there and start viewing us and share it. Share the live, people. That's what you need to do. We're getting ready for International Women's Day. I just want to take a little break this morning off of the politics and so on. I want us to focus on a little bit of the women's issue, yeah? Right. Let me say good morning to Mrs. Rowley Bruce, Mrs. Rowley said good morning. Thank you very much for your kind comments. And to Mrs. Crosby, good morning. To all of Tobago, Mr. and Mrs. Archer, all of Tobago, I say good morning. All right? So as I said, we want to just have a little bit of discussion this morning where women are concerned. Just a little bit of discussion, don't worry. And seeing here, coming down, listening to Bruce reading the headlines in the Express, the Newsday, and the Guardian, I heard him with this story. And it said to me, It said to me that we need to have discussions regularly to kind of explain to some of us women that we have to be real careful and mindful of the way we do things. And I'm seeing complaints, the headlines is exemption fiasco, complaints for Gary. And of course I was there at this town meeting with the TTPS, and the Member Parliament for La Hocata Tel Paro. Excellent, well attended, observing all the protocols of COVID-19. But I want to just touch on this, and I'll come back to PDP issue. So let me find the article and let's touch on it. All right, so maybe it's a story already. So they do have it in, okay, so it's here. All right. A nursing assistant has been ordered to hand over the 2.3 million house she shared with a doctor who passed away in 2015 to his ex-wife and son. In making his order virtually on Wednesday, Justice Frank C. Prasad said that Dr. Ram Singh had not in his will left Olivia Springer the 5-bedroom house she claimed they renovated together. Papa. He also said there was no evidence she was entitled to the house or a Toyota Corolla purchased in 2012. C. Prasad said while there was a relationship between the two, Singh did not want to live with her. The judge said the way he treated Springer was unacceptable and reflective of his dismissive attitude towards women. He said the doctor used and had a good time with the woman. He added that women were not to be treated as playthings or the property of men. The judge said he hopes Singh's son will not continue their father's behavior. Ram Singh, 60, died from a heart attack in 2015. In documents filed last October, Springer, 32, detailed her relationship with Singh, whom she said she met in mid-2011 while she was a nursing student. She explained that their relationship quickly turned from friendship to romantic, and that same year, they moved into a rented 1-bedroom apartment. In 2012, Springer said they decided to purchase a home they could share and start a family. They found a 5-bedroom property with a swimming pool in Arima, and a sale agreement was done in December 2012. The couple, who yearly vacated in Margarita, Venezuela, also purchased a car in 2012. Springer said the house was in need of renovations and they both put everything into it. She said she had receipts for the $76,155.47 she spent in repairs, and she also bought $58,485.46 in furniture and paid the bills at the house, Springer said. She also maintained the car and put the insurance premium. Springer in her affidavit said She and the doctor were in a relationship for 4.5 years, and based on the manner they conducted their affairs, she knew Singh intended that she would have her rightful share in their home and keep the car for her use. Ram Singh's son, Kiran Singh, acting on behalf of his mother, Christine Balroop, whom the doctor divorced in 2004, brought action against Springer. He said in court documents that his father hired Springer as a nursing assistant and Springer's mother as a domestic helper, allowing them to have access to the house. The younger Singh said following his father's death, Springer was warned of legal proceedings for trespass and possession. Karan Singh stated that in 2016, Springer sought a declaration from the court that a cohabitual relationship existed between her and Ram Singh, but this application defended by the claimant was dismissed. In giving his decision, Sipasad said the doctor and Springer were in a relationship, but that he put her in an unrealistic expectation as it concerned possession of the house and car. He also did not accept that she assisted in buying the multi-million-dollar home, or contributed to the $15,000 monthly mortgage or the furnishings with her $7,000 salary. Following a virtual trial, Sipasad ordered that Springer hand over the house to the claimant in the oral ruling. Springer was ordered to vacate the house by April 30th and pay the legal costs for the proceedings. Springer had filed documents seeking to have the property sold and the proceeds shared between herself and Singh's family, but this was dismissed by the judge. The claimant was, at Wednesday's virtual hearing, represented by attorney Harish Ramnath. He said the family should be willing to allow Springer to keep the furniture she said she bought for the house and the car. Sipasad says Springer was young enough to learn from the experience and move on. Listeners, callers and viewers, I want to tell you how important it is, women, and we are a few days away from International Women's Day. How important it is when you get into relationships, not fling relationship I'm talking about, to be very careful and try to put your house in order. This reminded me of something. Here you are, saying to the court that you and Mr. Ram Singh shared a house. So $2.3 million house she shared with a doctor who passed away in 2015 to his ex-wife and son. One, I kind of confuse here. If what I'm reading here and the judgment pass, I confuse. In 2015, Ram Singh died of a heart attack. But the house, when was the house bought?
2012.
Let me go down again. I was.
2012 was the car was after the house.
Yes. In making his order virtually, Frank Sipasad said that Dr. Ram Singh had not.
Before that?
It's after.
Okay.
They would have bought the house. The judge said, let me see, coming down. somewhere around here in 2011. In document filed last October, Springer 32 detailed her relationship with Singh, whom she said she met in mid-2011 while she was a nursing student. She explained that their relationship quickly turned from friendly to romantic, and that same year they moved into a rented one-bedroom apartment. So that's 2011. In 2012, Springer said that they decided to purchase a home, right? But then going down somewhere, Ram Singh's son, acting on behalf of the mother, whom the doctor divorced in 2004, brought action against Springer. Now, I'm kind of confused, and somebody need to help me this morning. Now, if you were divorced in 2004, you're divorced. How can you act on behalf of your mother? Your father and your mother was divorced in 2000. I just trying to open. I want to dissect this story and build it back. I'm not clear as to why. I need to see the judgment as to why he would have. This is not enough for me. In 2004, you were divorced. The house was bought in 11, sorry. The car was bought in 2012. So that means that you all were divorced and not together. So if the lady is saying that she and the gentleman moved into an apartment in 2011, somebody had to explain this to me. I want to open the lines first to have a discussion on this matter this morning before we go into anything else. I'm kind of confused this morning. Ollie, help me out. Help me out here. 3420081 4665391. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Miss Felix.
Good morning.
Morning, Brucey, brother.
He just outside putting together something.
Yeah, Sharon, before I start, all they make use of all the adults, all they running is extra foods. There's some good things there.
Hey,
the 20 for 20.
Yeah. I know about that good, you know.
You know, it's already then.
I just run down that boy.
yes. Yeah, you had groceries, so for a couple months, man, I went through it already.
Yep.
So as Mova tell me to be responsible and spending money wise, Mr. Money.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I done been there, man. Sharon, let me tell you this. This is a callaloo, a confusion. Sharon have a relative that went through this. Now, there's some kind of reasonable expectation in law. I'm not always right, eh? Now, why trying to figure out if you divorce, they were divorced in 2014?
No, 2004. What we reading here?
Right.
We're not sure if this is the gospel truth, but
yeah,
what is in the Express? Right. 2004.
Because there's a transcript in court with all the facts.
Right.
But that's intimate. But there must be a settlement that have been that went there with the divorce to his wife. In that previous marriage. So how the son
and the mother could act on behalf of the mother because they divorced.
Sharon, let me tell you something. Sharon, we have been dealt up. Sharon, they will be doing all sorts of things in our court. I can't. And let me tell you something, Sharon, because there must be a reasonable thing. So to what I say here, if they were married, with his first wife, and they were divorced, they would have done a settlement. So how she could now come to claim to her son now in this property that was bought
after your divorce?
After your divorce. Now, Sharon, what did the doctor leave a will? Where was a will done?
Apparently, let me see, up to the top of the story.
Yeah, because nobody can rescind a will, but the person who make a will.
Apparently, he also, right, that's now see Prasad, but apparently, like her name wasn't mentioned in the will.
Well, this is what Mr. Manning told us before he died. So, no, this intimate with me. This what warning women take where could get up front.
You see, hear what they say. He said the doctor used and had a good time with the woman. He added, that women were not to be treated as playthings or the property of men. The judge said he hopes Singh's son will not continue their father's behavior.
Right? Well, he will. That's what we men do. Men have a good time, and behind your back, they make and will their estate to their wife and their children.
Let me tell you something this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And where I live, right? The landlord there died. We were very, very close. His mother, I knew his mother, we were very close, and then we shared a really good relationship. Because when he'll come by me, sit down inside, and we will laugh and talk. It's a kind of, I was very close to the family. And when he got ill, he had his kidneys failed. And he died. You know, he left 2 lawyers as the executor, or a lawyer firm, the lawyer and the firm, however, as the executor of the state or whatever. They were supposed to give the wife, the married wife, listen, he had his married wife, so she was supposed to collect a certain amount of money when the man come for the son. She tried to take them to court, and she she lost out in terms of she didn't get the ruling that she thought she would have gotten. But listen to this. So the lawyers now are in charge of the apartment buildings and everything. Now I'm looking to see what are the lawyer name on the light bills. You hear what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
When the child supposed to be, when he turns a certain amount, whatever age, it's supposed to be passed on to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I telling you what I seen going on, and I don't care talking this morning, and they can't do me nothing. When that child reach age for inheritance, he might get a building with not a cent. And let me tell you, the rent is 4 by 5 buildings. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there might be other things. And because of the, I don't know, and men are accustomed doing that. So one moment will do it too, you know. You leave must be $1 or nothing at all for your married wife, and she's from Venezuela. So she was here, but you're married to her and everything. You used her, you got sick, and they'd separate, and he got sick. When he got sick, she came back and was looking after him. You got before you get sick, you put her out kind of way for a young girl. Listen to me now. I telling you this morning. When I hear Bruce say this morning, I say, when he got sick, no young girl, she come back home to see about him. And that's the outcome. That's the outcome.
Yeah. Sharon, this intimate to me. Sharon, this is what I'm saying. No, the lawyers are the situation is saying. They could have, as I say, they not know, but they could have what is in the legal documents. He could have legal briefs for them as well. So they tie it up in a way. If they get a legal brief, then the property end up on their name and all the interest. So Sharon, today's what men do. A lot of men. I am a man, so I put myself there. So why telling women concubine on the outside when they're having a good time? I being real this morning to women.
Think of what you're doing.
Even if you think of what you're doing, make sure you get things on your name or you bill yourself and you're having a good time. Because the wife who he's saying that he hates so much, right, and he despises, he could have all his estate's will. There's one situation of a relative that the father lied on, the husband lied on there for about 10 or 15 years in the marital house, and will the estate to one child from a previous first relationship, and the other 3 children in that relationship and the wife had no knowledge of that. And when he died, 2 weeks after he died, lights was cut. Water was cut by the first set of the first child, his son. And everything was well unknowing to the marriage of those children and the wife. So why saying this, you see, and then the court now, Francis Prasad, and this was saying, any chance for that wife, for that son to claim. Now I know the culture. I grew up in settings all my life. This was telling my people. But as they say, not everybody will have that knowledge. She running around. She look like me and you. Having a good time, Margarita frolicking. The other problem with that, quiet in public. She having a good time. She young. Where his estate was put, who was it left for on will? He's saying he hates his wife and he hates his children. Remember that it's his people. So we had to see who he will this estate for his son. To bring
the son is representing the mother in this whole thing. So then it tells you.
Then it tells you where the estate is. And Sharon, you will know because you have a youth have where do their money and their wealth goes and stays. And he was having a good time with the thing behind her are gone.
Let me tell you something. This is a serious thing, eh? And we women just get the most abuse with this. This is a serious thing. You're living with a man for how many years? Seeing about him and you name it. Whether it was good or bad, you're living with him. And then as soon as anything happens, the children just come to throw you out. I tell you, I could tell you, on a daily basis, people call me with these issues. No lie. And let me tell people something. I and you, we both sharing a relationship together. We living together for years. We supposed to share some kind of, I don't know how to, you can't tell me if both of us living together for years and sharing everything together and you're going to buy a house or something, you don't want my name on it, but you want to give me lifetime interest to live? But we live it. We're doing everything together. Nah, man. I ain't hearing you. Put on your mic. Right.
That was going on just now. On the second thing there, the second mirror.
Right.
Watch we are showing you. Right way, right, come down on the second one, go across. Right, you see something marked visible there?
What?
Watch me. You see one with you on the left. And the next one that just blank. And
this
down below you see invisible.
No, I'm not seeing invisible.
Hey.
I can't see that.
Folks are teaching Miss Felix this morning.
Where the visible is?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So when I tell it to you, press that.
All right, okay.
Right. Abracadabra press.
Press.
Nice. Trinidad and Tobago, I have a very good friend. At times he does listen to us on the radio. Don't worry, my boy, I'm not going to call your name. When he told us, we all of us came up school together, friends. When I tell you friends, Sharon, friends. He called us. Say, fellas, I'm getting married. I say, good, congrats. Now, mind you, we are friends. So everybody was like, who's this girl? Because remember, we're friends, we don't know this person. Who's this girl? Nonetheless, we boy getting married, we did to support him. Hey. So then the lady he getting married to is who do the seating and everything. So she put a table with the friends. It's like how you see on the them comedy and then they put it down in the back by when they come in all the serving and all. It's down in the back there they put we in vex. We there, we boy getting married, hey. Started talk in the wedding. We boy not looking happy up on top there. When you get married and you sit down next to your lovely wife, every time they watch you, you're supposed to be seeing teeth. Because I get married, I'm happy. This is the woman I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Alright, nobody in thing. When you do so, the bride and the groom walking around greeting everybody. When my boy looking to pull by me, so she pull him back. Say, what? Say, all right, no problem. We still there. We supporting we boy, no problem. Hey, when you hear the shout now, see, so we asking them, so where you going on? Where you going on live? Well, they bought a place in I say in Lange Park. It's not Lange Park, but you go understand what I mean. Right, so we buy a place in Lange Park. Say, all right, no problem. Hey, so the other day, she not home. He invite we to come over. So we come over. Hey, pool thing nice, but the pool wanted some work. So we tell him, yeah, we're going on. Sort out your pool.
And we coming back.
When we come back, we go, you understand? You and the boys go line. Hey, while we there now, she came. The woman himself say good evening. We in Vex. We there with we boy.
What are you doing in my place?
Hey, when you hear this shout a couple months after, the boy call me and say, but I need to talk to Oli. I need some advice. So okay, when we come across, he say, boy, I just find out the money I give this woman
she buy it
to
on
pay
her
the
name.
house, it's on she name and she name alone on it. I say, brother man, get a lawyer immediately, if not before, and start to deal with that now. They come and they separate Sharon. This is the most serious part of this thing people are want Oli to listen. You know what? The proceedings now, they go into court now because she insists that the house is hers. But when you check the bank transactions for the amount of money, he is the only one that have that particular transaction with I think it's a check, right? In order to pay, or however it went. When she went and purchased the place now, even though the check is on his name, you purchased the place with your name and your name alone on the deed. The judge tell her, the judge said, no. If you want this house, you have to pay him. Right? Pay him back every single cent and the house could be yours. Because this what you did here?
That is fraud.
Okay. So sort yourself out. So it have instances here, people, we have to be careful. If it is you and this and a woman, you all are married, you're living together, whatever, put things in place for the woman, and woman put things in place for the man. We can't be living out here and living like that.
We sharing something together.
Exactly. When I just always tell people, you're watching a man and a woman, you might hear the man or the woman saying, he this, she that. Do not get involved, because when people lie down in the bed in the night together, you not there. You don't know what's going on, you don't know what they're talking about. They go lie down, he and she might be telling each other, oh God, baby, I'm sorry for getting on so stupid later, earlier, you know, think, oh God, darling, you know how I is, and then they hug up and go on and sleep, and you thinking, oh, she this, oh, he that.
Let me tell you.
Keep out.
How disingenuous some people can be. Both partners living together in a home. I didn't say a house, in a home. And both of y'all spending. But wait, before that, the woman spending most of the money. You paying the rent, and you make some market or whatever. Groceries being made, bills being paid and everything. But bam, a little mishap came in, and the woman got retrenched. So you know how to pull up the slack. But you're forgetting all that was done prior to that. And you start to ill-treat. But what is most interesting in this story for me is that in 2004, you all divorced. And the caller rightfully said it. So, okay, if your will and you leave me out of the will, something went wrong in that relationship then, for you to leave me out of the will. And if you're claiming that you spent how much money on repairs and bought furniture, right? So, in other words, you're prepared to give her back the furniture and so on. I find that real hard. Let's don't think about if they had bacchanal and confusion within the relationship. I find that real hard to swallow.
You know, I can't do that.
After we live for how much years and so on. I think it's 4.5 years. But I want people to know you have rights, eh?
But Miss Felix, I'm going to tell you something. I hear in the footsteps of Mr.
Come,
Remy.
Dominic. Good morning.
Oh, partner.
I'm sing Sharma.
Cool it. I was looking.
Fix up your mic, let me pray to him.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh. You good?
Yeah, man.
Turn on. Right. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Mr. Ramin, I'm looking for your requested
Thank
song,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
I'm looking. This whole...
You listened to that story?
Yes, I read it yesterday, I think. Yesterday.
Good. Also, you see, great minds think alike, eh? I want to hear what is your spin on this, because I feel like going mad here this morning. This thing going on too long. And I'm saying that both men and women, we have to be mindful when you enter a relationship. Again, I go back to what the Prime Minister said to us. Choose your partners wisely. You're going into a relationship and you stay there for years doing things all over the place. Now he get a heart attack. Now you have to find somewhere to go. In April, eh? We in March, you know. We in March. I am watching the salary because the salary is $7,000 or something. So
yeah, I think that's what
my mind reading the story saying, oh, so as your salary is $7,000, you can't acquire a house.
Yeah.
Supposing you got help from somewhere to help with. I don't understand.
Felix, I have left 2 serious relationships that I had in the past, and the things that I purchased in the relationship, when I was leaving, I left without it. Right? The only thing, when I pack in my Georgie bundle, as they say, you know what I just move first? My music. If I had to tote each box on my back and go with it, because you see, that is all my sweat, all my blood, all my tears. You see, anything else, furniture and these kind of things, I do want that. I will get fresh things in that. I'm not bothering myself with that. I'm not eating up myself with that. You understand? People need to understand, if I am sharing a relationship with you, we going down the road how much umpteen years we together, we purchase certain things, we have a house, wherever the case might be. Me as man, I telling you, I watching your frank comment and letting you know here what's going on. You handle this scene now. Right? I out. I let people turn and say, he going back by his mother. Yeah, going back by my mother. I go fix myself I go rebuild and I will come back up. Look at ours. I good.
But what is even, let me tell you, you see them, it's not all, eh? Don't get me wrong, eh? People not all. You see them, that word stepchildren, you see that? You see that? Yeah, no way when the relationship getting in. But when you feel you want to rule and control, aye, you're making all kind of bacchanal, according to my grandmother, all kind of hasikara to control. You don't know what would have went into the relationship, money-wise, mentally, spiritually, what? This article here said to me to tell women, you have to be careful and be mindful of what you're doing. And reading this and after this judgment, me?
I think she has grounds to appeal.
Appeal?
Yeah.
I think she should.
And I am saying, even if a will was done.
No, it doesn't sound like a will was done. It seems he died intestate.
Oh.
Because if the will was done, he would have had named beneficiaries, and therefore
they would not have been able to go to. They would have to go to court.
She would not
that.
have. She wouldn't have had a basis to challenge the will because they were not married, and based on the period of time that they were living together, it doesn't fall within the cohabitation.
That's right, because it's 5 years and over. She just shy a half a year to make it the 5.
Yeah. So it seems he died intestate, because otherwise, in that case, what we think I don't understand is why the son is representing the mother. Because if he died intestate, it means that the sons would have rights to the property. So I didn't file on their own rather than on behalf of the mother. So.
Because they damn well know what the woman do with the father. They're quite aware that the woman bill with the man. They're quite aware. Don't feel they don't know.
But then they don't live here.
They don't live here?
No, and they said the son lives abroad.
What?
I think that's what the article said, the son doesn't live here.
No, but I didn't. That must be another one then. There's the Express. But and the Springer had filed documents seeking to have the property sold and the proceeds shared between herself and Singh's family.
Which to my mind would have been the most fair
Fair option.
Yes.
I do understand.
When you're greedy.
Yes, when you're greedy.
When you see you're greedy, Dominic. So when you're greedy, you, I don't want you get nothing. You help fix furniture, take your furniture and go.
Right.
Give me my
But what about all the money I would have helped with for
No, that don't count.
renovations?
No, that don't count.
Nah,
No,
man,
that's why I'm
this
saying.
thing
That's why I'm saying that she
unfair.
has. I think
It
she
is
has
unfair.
grounds for appeal.
Who
Who is the judge there?
Super sad, Uncle Frank.
Yeah, she should appeal that.
Listen, you know I just stray and go all over the place.
Yeah.
All over. My mind don't strain all over, you know. So Ram Singh
Yeah, because
must be friend with a Henry.
because the thing is, I mean, the judge would have alluded to the fact that the Mr. Ram Singh would have used the woman, right? And therefore, as the caller would have been saying, reasonable expectation.
Yes.
Now, if Ram Singh is in fact just using her, right, for sexual pleasures or whatever it is, the fact of the matter is he can go and say, well, yeah, what now? That is all it is, eh? They were living together.
Exactly.
For 4.5 years. So she had a reasonable expectation that this was going somewhere.
Whether you was treating me bad, yes or
yeah, because she was with him in the one-bedroom apartment.
Thank you.
Right, and then they went on to buy the house, and he didn't say, well, all right, well, you stay in the one-bedroom apartment, and...
Hear what it says. In giving his decision, Sipasad said the doctor and Springer were in a relationship, but that he put in an unrealistic expectation as it concerned possession of the house and car. He also did not accept that she assisted in buying the multi-million-dollar home or contributed to the $15,000 monthly mortgage or the furnishings with her. This morning, I want to overrule that. Let me tell you why, in this court of opinion, I want to overrule that. If I live in with a man who is able and capable of a mortgage of $1 million, the man have money. He has a good job, he's making money, and he can show you where the money is coming from and so on. Go to the bank give him a loan.
Right.
He is able to pay his mortgage, $15,000, $20,000, however. I would demand my salary $7,000. Normally in a relationship, you will find men, although they are women, who earns more than the other partner, whether male or female, and they will take the brunt of the expenditure. So, okay, how can you watch her $7,000 and make a ruling off of that to say you ain't seeing
she helping with these
yes.
But the thing about it is
The assisting to buy the multi-million-dollar home or contribute to the mortgage. That has nothing to do with that.
What I would say, Sharon, to what you are alluding to, is that in a relationship, even though I take the $15,000 and I pay in that for the end of the month, at the end of the month,
you have other things to do.
it have other things that the wife would do, the other partner would do.
So
right?
I would say,
I might
okay,
go to the grocery.
right.
I might pay a too small bill.
Right.
You know, these type of things. So you can't judge it like that. You can't. So
This-
what you're trying to say? So because her salary is $7,000, let me say, which is almost half of the 15,000. She can't. You can't say, well, okay, I pay half, you pay half. She will end up with nothing for the end of the month. Let us say she take 3,000 out of that 7 and say, baby, hold that towards
something.
That is a help for me. It is a help for me.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago and listeners all over the world listening to us this morning, we are quoting from the Express newspaper.
Right.
So we just dissecting the story for building back purposes. My whole thing is here. I don't understand this piece of logic here. It's not making no sense
No, well,
to
see,
me.
and again, that's why I say she has grounds to appeal, because I think an appeal court would say, because remember you're looking at about 2 or 3 judges, that just that little piece you read there is that Justice C. Prasad is imposing his own personal values and beliefs based on his financial circumstance in the case. So being a judge and earning $60,000 plus a month and paying no taxes, he can't understand how somebody with $7,000 could pay for stuff. So he doesn't understand that. So it's based on his own personal circumstance, and you can't do that as a judge. So Yeah, she should appeal that.
I find this ruling have no compassion in it at all
It
towards the
doesn't.
woman.
And even if you admit that, okay, Mr. Ramsing took advantage of her, you went further to make her pay the legal costs.
Exactly. With the
Something's very wrong with
$7,000
that.
salary
Yeah.
that you're talking
That you're
about.
saying that she can't,
you see, you cannot accept she assisted.
Yeah.
So on top of the fact that I'm losing
everything.
Yeah.
I had to pay.
Yeah, you admit I was taken advantage of by telling me to pay the legal costs, pay my lawyer, and pay these people lawyers too. She should appeal that.
Let me answer you something.
I wish I could
this
find
house
this
was
woman.
acquired after the man was divorced, correct?
Yes.
But, no,
8 years after.
But we don't want to hear nothing again, but the house is she also. They can say what they want.
Something had to be wrong.
That is
here.
madness.
Yeah.
And according to you, Dominic, if there is no will, how did you come up with the judgment? Look, caller.
Well, she has to be compensated in some sense for the time that she was with us.
Sorry, Dominic.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sharon, girl, girl go to the head of the class and take the chalk, and you stand right on the blackboard and let me sit down. Sharon, you're on the ball. You see, remember how much matters is struck down by Frank C. Prasad, and there's an ex-female one. Their lust is to be on the appeal court bench. But all we hear in this contradiction, as Bruce Wayne said, if you're saying there is a reasonable expectation, okay, the culture where he come from, Sharon, the women are housewives and are married to all sorts of big shot engineers, doctors, and lawyers. So what you trying to say is Sharon's husband is a lawyer, doctor, or whatever businessman, a contractor, and Sharon is a housewife. She contributes to building the relationship or what they inquire. What they got through in that relationship. You are saying that Sharon is not entitled. He come from that culture. So it's not good for that sister. She can't have reason explanation of that wealth. She's just a pocket change and have at the time. That's what you're saying, Dominic. That's what you see. There's what I'm saying. My people, you see, things I cannot tell you radio. I love them, but here what's going on. Love can be a one-way street. That is the culture I grew up in St. James, Sharon Felix. You know, the mother in the kitchen, and the husband have he bringing the money home. So when you try to say he died, and because she couldn't contribute to the mortgage, so she didn't run the house and raise the children, he contradicted himself. And he rightfully said that she was used. Now, here another part, after we went through this thing here, they just be doing their own thing because they are gods. To be your justice, you all are gods, you know. Remember, you all are gods. You all have balance, you all have balance function. So we can't question you all. They know that certain people, there is where the black thing are coming, do not have the resources to go to the appeal court because they're expensive. So she's going to wear down, get fed up and leave it there. And that is where pro bono work supposed to come in. That's what Jay-Z is doing in the unfair justice system in America, taking his wealth and getting proper counsel and legal help for the poor blacks in America. This is where black lawyers are supposed to step in. Because Sharon is very expensive to go to the appeal court. And here what he did again, he awarded to pay costs. So if she can't contribute for she's $7,000 salary, she could have paid that cost to go to the civil court. If some of them is all $25,000 in costs and legal fees, so where's she going to get money to pay that over the period of time? Just tell people it's a whole weird tactic. It's how some people see us. And it's the reason why they see us that way. It is because, as the late great Waychan said, the reason why they are not in jail is because they have legal counsel and they have the money to go and take the matters straight up to the Privy Council, and they know we don't have that resources. And these are black lawyers supposed to come in and say, hey, this not sounding good? You come to me. But sister, if you're listening this morning, Mr. Faris Alwari has strengthened the legal aid. Well, you must have an attorney. Take your matter to legal aid and if you do not have the resources because you are wanted to pay costs.
To legal aid? Hear this. We are all kind of people listening to us on this program. We have lawyers, doctors, all kind. We need a pro bono lawyer this morning. We have to find this woman and find out exactly what the story is.
Sharon, that's what JC is doing right now with his wealth. Because of the unfair and the systemic racialism towards black people being incarcerated, JC have hired some of the best attorneys in New York to fight people cases who have been done wrong in the court. And we only talk. These are all the black caucus and all them black females we talking. We don't come together. The average black intellectuals, they move away from their kind and bar talk their kind. And instead of say, well, boy, what's going on? This is a song and right. Because he fully well knows that you think you would do any so-called East Indians. I don't want to put it that way. That's because he knows that they're going by Ramesh, they're going by this one, they're going by that one, and he must have going to be appealed. But he tell himself that in other words, Sharon, she's hungry. And she's not going to find the resources, and her community is just fragmented. She's not going to get quality pro bono representative to take it to the other matter. But that is on here, and I would like to see the transcripts of that case. So she must have a reasonable expectation. When that first wife was divorced, she didn't get settlement in the divorce. How she could come now? No, that big house and that pool is not for Sharon. Sharon, she boy children can't live in that.
Hey, the gentleman name is what? Ram Singh?
Yes. Sharon just to go Margarita.
Her name is Olivia Springer.
Yes.
Okay.
Be real. We must talk the truth.
The real.
Sharon is just to go Margarita. Sharon used to go Margarita.
Of course. No,
Bruce. You know, nice as be Bruce. I suppose Laguna, Sharon, when we have a little drink downstairs. You know, we head up after Sharon. That's not good for you, baby. And your children kind of read that. I go on. Dominic Bruce, love all brothers.
Guys, we going to the 6:53. We going to the music video, the ads, and then the news.
Session hot and we want so sing. Yo, carry, start, now baby rock, come on. The music's so nice, the people jamming so. Class festival, they do not want to go. Tempo, so what's that pouring down like rain. Class festival, we jump up once again. So we can jump up to morning. Hands up to morning. Hands up, and never stop. Jump up. Hands up. So everybody passing the music, yeah. Hey, yo, jump up, buddy. Jump up, buddy. Jump up. So everybody will be doing shake it up, shake, bring some hands, no.
The new gold standard in winning is here. Introducing the Scratch $10 million Gold Rush game from NLCB. Strike gold in seconds with 24 chances to win up to an incredible $500,000 instantly. Over $10 million in total cash prizes to be won for just $50. So what are you waiting for? Join in the Scratch $10 million Gold Rush today. Players must be 18 years and older. Please play responsibly.
Loved ones of many of the other victims of violent crime against women and children at Woodford Square from 7 p.m. Join us for the historic symbolic signing launch of the national petition to protect our women and save our country. Join me, Judy, together with Candace, Felicia, and Avenel, as well as Inchan, Stefan, Philip, and Ian. Petition packages will be distributed to all team leaders for distribution throughout the country.
Well, people, this is Iwer George. Help us with the fight against COVID-19. Sanitize yourself. You have to wash your hands. Wear mask. Wear your mask. Brass. Be wise. Sanitize. Save lives. Social distance. You eating kalalu, you have to wash your hand. You're eating a pilau, you have to wash your hand.
Nescafe 3-in-1.
A rich coffee aroma that fills your senses up. A flavor that you savor and overflows your cup. 3-in-1 coffee, cream and sugar, please. Rich, right, and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nescafe 3-in-1 coffee, cream, and sugar. Just add water and experience the perfect cup of coffee every time.
3-in-1 coffee, just add water, please. Rich, right, and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here on the Street 919 FM. The Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word is on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Tuesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, where we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or find us on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359.
Or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth. And prevention is always better than medication.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the Street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Sharon Felix.
And I'm Jason Thomas.
And this is our 7 a.m. newscast on the Street 919 FM and online, Facebook, and YouTube. In the headlines, the PSC calls for retraction for a Guardian story. A man is charged with using a fake check to acquire 32 cell phones. Internationally,
New Zealanders are advised to expect tsunami waves.
and now for the details. The Police Service Commission has called for retraction of a story in Thursday's Trinidad Guardian with the headline, Griffith Scores Highly in Performance Survey. The Commission slammed the author of the article, Renuka Singh, for stating that PSC revealed the results of a survey conducted by international market research and analytics consultants Aquila Prokop on its behalf. The PSC called the piece untrue and misleading. The Commission sought to clarify the development by noting that it conducts two surveys of Trinidad and Tobago's police service annually. The Public Trust, Confidence and Satisfaction Survey and the Employee Satisfaction Survey. The Commission said that it expected the retraction and apology to receive the same prominence as the original article did. In other news, the fraud squad in Southern Division of the TTPS have arrested and charged a Taruba man for obtaining goods by false pretense. 35-year-old taxi driver Kern Andrews appeared virtually before a San Fernando magistrate after he allegedly acquired 32 cell phones using a fraudulent bank manager's check. He was granted bail in the sum of $200,000. Reports are that contact was made with the mobile phone dealers on Friday, 8 January 2021 by someone purporting to be from the Presbyterian Church Board. A quantity of phones was requested and delivery was scheduled for the following day. Andrews presented a manager's check valued at $54,420 from a reputable bank institution when he met with a person from the phone dealership. The check was used by Andrews, was discovered to be fraudulent when it was deposited. He is expected to reappear in court on March 29th of this year. And now for a look at international news with Jason Thomas.
Residents along the area of the North Island of New Zealand have been told to move inland after 3 powerful earthquakes shook the region on Thursday. The National Emergency Agency warned a tsunami threat with unpredictable surges expected along the east coast of the island. The South Pacific archipelagus of New Caledonia and Vanuatu have also been warned to prepare for dangerous waves as high as 3 meters. The Hawaii-based Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said tsunami waves have been observed, however, no damage has yet been reported. And that was a look at our international news for this morning.
Thank you, Jason Thomas. And now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad and Tobago and the southern windwards, partly cloudy with intermittent showers intervals in varying localities. Showers will become heavy at times in a few areas. Gradual improvement is expected as the day progresses to give a mostly settled evening and night. The remainder of the Lesser Antilles mostly sunny and breezy despite the brief showery interruption. Tonight will be mostly clear. Seas moderate, waves 2 to 2.5 meters in open waters, 1 meter in sheltered areas. It is currently 30 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 30 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. And here's a recap of our headlines. The PSC calls for retraction for Guardian story. A man is charged with using a fake check to acquire 32 cell phones. And internationally,
New Zealanders are advised to expect tsunami waves.
You've just heard our 7 a.m. national newscast on the Street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Sharon Felix.
And I am Jason Thomas.
Do have a wonderful day.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
It's a story about a wet man, a sweet man, the village ram. They calling him. They calling him. They calling him Ramsing Sharma. Mr. Raymond. They calling him. Ring back. They calling him. They calling the village drum from Sawa.
Ramsing Sharma, the village drum from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. They buy visa to take him to Canada. One give him house, one give him a motor car. They give him money to drink rum. Sometimes he just gamble until the money done. Ramsing Sharma, the village drum from Sawa. He have a wife and
it's Friday.
Ramsing Sharma, the village drum from Sawa.
Ramsing, oh boy, the village ram. Yes, man. The inner jam. Brutally outside woman. Ramsing, that is the name. Sweet man is the game. And hiding up in sour. Get them. Boom.
Ramsing will talk to you so nice, give you all the advice, then run away with your wife, just to mash up your married life. How it is he, they choose what technique demand as you. How it is he, they choose what technique demand as you. Them girls look ready, dressy, tiny, and give them all the money. Boom. Ram.
Watch it. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. You want sugar daddy. Daddy. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Watch it. Cheers. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Every girl has someone who they sure they could depend on, believe it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. If I hot like the sun, he go pour a bucket of sweetness on them. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I don't need your money, honey. I just want your waist. But if you insist on spending, honey, I go take it still. Nobody don't know we business. Only two are we hearing this. And it's nothing that you are sweeter than. Nothing that you are sweeter than. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. You want sugar daddy. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're wine and sweet. It's your wine that I want, but you insist on giving me everything. Oh God. Oh God. That is why I can't front. I just cannot wait for we late night meetings. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
All right, so we here.
Honey, I just want your waist. But if you insist on spending on me, I go take it step.
Tell them.
We don't know we business. Only two are we hearing this. And it's nothing that you are sweeter than. Nothing that you are sweeter than.
Nothing that you ain't sweeter than.
Of course you're wine and sweet.
All right, so Trinidad Tobago, we are back.
Of course you're wine and sweet.
7:11 a.m.
Of course you're wine and sweet. Of course you're
Today's the 5th of March, 2021. So remember, it says either the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th. Andre Alcantara, which one of these days? Happy birthday to you, darling. It's Sharon, love your bad, you know.
You want me sugar daddy.
And of course, my deceased cousin would have been celebrating his birthday today. Steve Cummings. A real boy, my real boy gone, yes?
The man that when I see we started keeping events, he's the man that teach me, you know.
I'm telling you, boy.
First one I called to
that man, let me tell you now, when things was hard with me, that man practically mind me for a year and more, you know. Trinidad and Tobago, we're going back to the lines we're discussing, but you know when I don't want, wait. I see a thing here. All they feel people chipping.
There was that story written that even if I know it is.
But listen now. No, wait, hold on. Where did I see this story where... Wait. Well, bear with me. Oh, God. I saw a story where Tracy said they not accepting something. Deep South?
Oh, Miss Felix, how you going?
Yeah, what's up?
I did take it in the vibes.
Yeah, man.
I can remember the name of the two people who went to that court, that matter. You have it there?
Yes.
Well, give me the names.
One is Springer. They didn't give us the young man's name.
Well, Springer, the surname Springer.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if you're thinking like me.
What it sound like? You see me? I fed up with this damn dotishness, yes? Is it African and Indian? Miss Felix?
It would appear so.
And who is the lawyer? The magistrate?
The judge.
The judge? Who is that?
C.N. Posad.
Well, all you don't play games with me now, man. And that's why I sit down here and I put together, you know.
Dominic, will you laugh at that?
Dominic?
Yes, sir.
I'm not hearing you.
I hear you.
They're trying to play games. Watchmen are still always see that Bruce Wayne in the corner there. Always watch him as no simple detail, you know. You hear the two tunes that Bruce Wayne play after?
One was Dominic.
One was Dominic Street Wine. Anyway, I outside.
All right. Mind you steady. Careful. Angie?
Miss Sharon?
Yes?
Good morning to you, Bruce, Dominic, and everyone else.
Morning.
Miss Sharon, since before you're going to break, I'm trying to ask you the magistrate's name, the doctor's name, and the lady's name. Is it that, well, I'll call it a mansion, is too much for her? Then before the break, I was calling to ask you that, if you look at your phone, you will see something. Is it that mansion is too much to be associated with that name? Papa, Gary?
Papa. Right. Brian.
Pleasant good morning to you, Miss Felix.
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, now listen to this. The young lady has a case. I'll tell you why. When you're divorcing somebody, you're going through everything. Now, this divorce was since in 2004. So when you're divorcing somebody, remember you may have what you call it, you may have an estate, you may have things you have to settle on. So the first part of it is called a nisi. And when that is completed and you go through everything and you settle and whatever, you have a judgment called absolute. Now, absolute means final and dead. She cannot come back. Regardless, remember, this house was purchased in 2012, that's years after. The young lady, even though she only has 4.5 years with the gentleman, she doesn't have the common law doesn't set in until for another year, half a year or thereabouts.
That's right.
So therefore, what she has all her bills and she has all of the interest that she placed in the relationship up until such time.
Mm-hmm.
What she needs to do, she needs to go to now. What has to happen now? Remember this judge. If you recall, recently he lost. There was an appeal, a judgment that he had made, and what the appeal court judges found was that he uses his personal mind and experience in order to pass judgment, which he should not be doing, which the appeal court abhorred, and says you cannot use your personal thinking and experience. You have to use the law, right? And his judgment was struck down. The least that's supposed to happen here in this case is that this young lady supposed to get back all of her money and the property, if it is paid off and so on, could be divided between her and the son, not even the wife, because she has to find out and get information as to whether that divorce was absolute. Once it is absolute, then that is the end of that. You can't come and claim something that you never had no interest in at all.
But Brian, even so, since 2004 you all were separated, divorced. However, according to you and all your terms, the house was bought in 2000.
And 11, 12, somewhere around
11 and 2012 the car was bought.
And that's and the question is, how come they could give her the car but you can't get to the house?
God, man, go to the other car. Oh,
you understand?
Oh,
So you see, she has that's why I say she has a case, and therefore, and she has interest. Yeah, that she has liquid interest in everything. So she has to now take up that with another attorney and appeal the matter. Now the problem that she may have, and it's on top of that too, you tell her she has to pay all costs at $7,000 a month. Now the problem with this simply is this: she may not have an attorney. She may have the money to pay for an attorney like that to go to the High Court, but she could get somebody who is listening on this station to act pro bono. You understand? And that is what she has to do. You understand? So it's a matter of somebody trying to pick up her case, find her. Hope she will be listening to this station and pick up her case, get advice, seek advice, get a good attorney, and to litigate this on her behalf.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And see what it is she can get out of. She cannot come out losing, which is what is happening right now. This is not a $1 million house, this is a $2.3 million house. And she has been living in the house. Remember, she was living with the man prior to moving into that house together.
Exactly.
You know, she didn't move in after the fact, you know. They moved in together. And therefore she has vested interest in it because her money jumping up in it too. You understand? People can just come and say all of a sudden, rise from the dead and say, hey, I have interest in that too, because I was married to he 5-10 years ago. Although my divorce is absolute. No way. Cannot be. But tell what, you take the car back or take the house. Why you don't take the car and give me the house? So therefore she has a case. That's all I'm saying. But she has to get a very good attorney. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon, Bruce, everybody. This looks like a case of up and jat. You understand? Up and jat. Up and jat. See about your own. But there's a God. There is a God. You understand? And I wish this issue, you see, the listening public, if we could help this lady pay for a lawyer and fight this case. This is a travesty of justice. Right? Have a wonderful day.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Janelle.
Morning. Good. There's a song I want Bruce to find it.
Okay.
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Can you guess which thing is not like the other? Before I finish my song, Good morning, everybody.
You understand? Yeah. Janelle, I'll get flag. What she saying, I need to go and check Janelle and the crew down at that is down in the office there.
That is Attorney General office.
Attorney General office. Yeah. Janelle have a miserable crew.
I tell all you. This is a serious thing, you know. Oh gosh, the duck loud boy. Morning.
Morning, Miss Felix, Dominic, and Bruce.
Morning.
Where is Mr. Martin George, Miss Felix?
Oh, Papa.
Where's Mr. Martin George in this case?
Call him out.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, while we're waiting to see if we'll get any attorneys listening to give a little pro bono and call us live on air, I saw something here. I still remember today's Bacchanal Friday, and Deb here want to make a Bacchanal on me this morning.
Yes.
But let's have to come real good.
I will just say, ladies, I
good.
teach a class in estate planning, which deals with these things. In fact, when I leave here, as we're going. Just some free advice. You know, there are certain circumstances, situations where you could get a man to sign anything and do anything. Make sure, take out a life insurance policy, and the man, you pay the premium and put yourself as beneficiary. When he's dead, the money is yours.
So
nobody can challenge that.
Let me ask one more question. So if when you do that and you die before him, what will happen?
When he die, the money go to your estate.
Or if I never have an estate?
No, it's an estate, wherever you own at the time of your death. So, as beneficiary, the money goes to your estate, and whoever is your next of kin will get it. Yeah.
But they have to wait till he dead.
Yeah, but you could frustrate him.
Dominic did not say that, folks. That's not what you heard. That is not what you heard. So strike that.
Boy, ladies.
Strike that from the court. Stenographer did not put that in there. Strike that from the reports.
Boy.
I didn't say kill him, eh?
Frustrate him. Way. Ugadoi. Oh God, we food. I looking for this story. I not see anything at all. I seen better days ahead for NGC. Wassa currently water supply improving. They show their stories that was in. Look, they may come out of this. I see the thing here big and bold, and I say, I wonder if it's
what it was again. It was
no, it's something with Tracy Davidson.
Something with Tracy Davidson.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But Trinidad and Tobago, it's International Women's Day coming up, and you know the thing. There's Wakola. Good morning.
I'm trying not to get back inside here. Let me just bring greetings to my little cousin Kimora Mohammed. Today is her birthday. 10 years old today. Good morning, tomorrow. Yes, happy birthday to you, coming from all of us, Mommy, Daddy, everybody. And happy birthday to Uncle Harold tomorrow. Harold Peters, good morning to you, and happy birthday too, from everybody else. All right, you all take care before I get picked up.
Bye-bye. Mommy.
Sharon Felix, good morning to you.
Morning.
Bruce, good morning to you, my dear. Bruce?
Oui.
Sharon, where is Bruce?
He right here.
So you didn't answer me morning?
Answering you. You hear me, darling?
Good morning to you.
Morning.
Dominic, good morning to you.
Morning.
Dominic, well, it's a good thing me and a man, so nobody can put me out. I live in where I live in is my own. You understand me, so no man can put me out. But Sharon Felix?
Oh, yes.
I see a friend on top of a table. Asking, telling the CPO, me know he get a boots, if there is a government boots, he want money. But he went with $500,000. You understand me? What become of that? You on top, you understand? But Sharon,
and mind you, the $500,000 was the PSA members' money.
Yes. That is why I'm telling you, he want to mortgage the building down the road. You know what I'm telling you about? Listen to Parliament today. Listen, you just listen. I look at television last night with this guy on TV6. And his name's Jambala. See, talking about Trinidad. You understand me? I like how you asked me question. What you speaking about him? You talking plenty of the patient, both of them, you understand me? When name is Fali or Fali, whoever is the name. Sharon, I am telling you something here this morning. I am seeing the both, they have to go back to the pool because I am telling you, what they want, they will never get it. You know what it is to give Duke? It's finance they want? Sharon, what is it having finance? Water or paper?
Paper, 21,550.
Sharon, they will be going back to the pool because I'm not seeing, you understand me, that side. That side with Duke and them, and you notice how Duke saying so quiet these days. Dominic?
Yes, ma'am.
How Duke saying so quiet these days? Is it he rubbed too much Blackstone on his head or gone?
Oh God, look at this. Ooh, Papa, you.
What? Boy.
Yeah. Hey, Papa, you. Call her morning.
Good morning to you, Sharon.
Good morning.
Good morning to Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
Sharon, girl, when I read that case with that lady, and I'm saying to myself, what an injustice. And Brian is so right. She needs to get another lawyer. Maybe, you have one of those prominent lawyers, big-name lawyers, to appeal that thing and take it up, take it further. It is so unjust. And then we're going to be celebrating International Women's Day come Monday. Exactly. And this is something that all of us women should be out there holding a vigil and protesting for things like these. Because when I read it, I am smelling so much of it. People might tell me, our family members who tell me, Dominic, as they would say, you're reading too much thing into this. And Dominic,
yes.
Am I reading too much?
Not at all.
Good, thank you. You understand? But my family is telling me, you're reading too much of thing into this. But no, it's unjust. Right? It's unjust. And this is something we women should really take up. I was really appalled, Another thing is that it's just so much of things in there. I want to say it over the air. But all I'm saying it as an injustice, and it needs to be taken up. And we women, certain things you should go out and fight for. This is one of them. Pertaining to that Tobago issue, as I say, Tobago, let me tell you all, Dr. Rowley always tells us they have to do more with less. And the Tobago Secretary of Finance, he has been doing a fantastic job. More with less. Right? He's doing so much with the money that he has been allocated. You want to put it in people's hands who have no experience in running an assembly, an institution like that, where you have to treat all of Tobago. And number one, you only know how they want to start off. If you see a flag, a red flag, planted over yard, nothing for them. It reminds me of Gypsy. Now, we all have forgiven Gypsy, and we love him. But when they win, Gypsy said nothing for the East-West corridor because all of them vote for me. So who ain't vote in a particular way, nothing for that is sought. And when the other people gear, you're taking care of everybody. How Tobago could never settle for nothing like that. Never. Sharon and company, titles of democracy. What is happening in our country, boy? They want to split us. We split it down the middle. You on one side and I on the other side. It's we versus them and all kind of foolishness. This is one Trinidad and Tobago, you know? Why we have to be so, boy? So there's a lot of things. There are plenty issues, you know? We're in real trouble. And I just pray and ask God, but thank God there's a God. And he always intervened and put all the wrongs right, according to Mr. Chambers. He put in all the wrongs right. So guys, have a blessed day and happy International Women's Day to all the women of TNT. Thank you guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, sweet voice.
Hey, how are you?
You're like open with life, yes? Anyway, I listen every day, but you know how it is to be calling. Batman, Dominic, yes, everybody, good morning. Saying Happy International Women's Day to all women, especially my colleagues from the National Association of Administrative Professionals, and everyone, you know, I can't call the names of everyone, but mostly I would like to say happy birthday to Stacy Eastman aunt. You know Stacy, right?
Yeah, that's Stacy Eastman. Yeah.
Right. Her aunt, Joan Thomas Hill, she will be 66 today, and I want to wish her a blessed day. And we coming to drink up later. With the mass, of course. Sharon, I love you. Yeah, Sharon, I will say to you this beautiful necklace I have for you, made from nutmeg necklace for you. No, I know it's the time I should give you. It's lovely. And I had this for you since the first sports day, you know. And I call you. Call me. You work out something. Love you, your voice and everything. Batman, you good?
I good.
I'm waiting for PSA to start back. I'll go.
Thank you very much. So, this morning I had to put aside the little politics and deal with these some of our women issues. And that was real mind-boggling day for me. I wanted to know if it's I alone going mad. So, caller, good morning.
A blessed conflict. But I think it's like common law relationship between people that after 5 years they're supposed to be.
Well, she didn't meet 5. She meet 4.5.
Oh.
So she missed all the half. Oh God.
Well, they're supposed to amend the law so that all these things could be considered. But Ms. Sharon Felix, I would like you to get Mr. Ramesh Lawrence Maraj. You know why? He in 1996 is the one who drafted the constitution for the Tobago House of Assembly. And a question was asked by an independent senator named Ms. Evelyn Mackenzie. What if there is a tie? And he said that's how the House of Representatives will see about that. I would like you to get him on the program for Sunday. Don't bring him, see if you could get him for Sunday, so you could have him for the whole period now. For him to explain that matter that we have in front of our face right now with a tie in the Tobago election, if you was watching you. Because up to now, you know all the things since the 25th, but since the election, up to now, you hear Ramesh Lawrence Maraj make a statement, or you hear his voice concerning the matters in Tobago. Thank you very much, Ms. Sharon Felix.
Thank you very much. So, 7:36 a.m. So my warning to us women, you know, we have to touch on this another day, and I need to get some persons to come in for us to have a discussion on this matter. I think we can get an attorney and somebody else. I wish I could find this lady so she can give us this story where we could understand and go into a little more depth to the whole thing. But Trinidad and Tobago, I just had to touch on this morning. It bothered me. It bothered me because too often, at time we hear things like this happening. Men and women live together for how long, and when they're dead, either one, oh God, the children that's just moving, putting out this one, put out that one. You ain't studying all that was done. And where you all were? What did you do? What you was doing? Where it was? You come into your father or your mother life. Did I say man and woman move into a house together, right? Mm-hmm. Living together and they're doing the thing there. You come in after the father would have bring you into the whole household years after because you're not the child with, right. You know, both partners in the house. But you feel like you want to take over. What is that making noise in my head there?
Why would somebody call that phone?
What jail is this? People, the WhatsApp number is not to call on, eh? Thanks. You feel, well, you know, that you now come in and you could take over and you could do this and you could do that, and because here what you're coming with. This is how I look at it, eh? But just tell them they can't call on that number.
Please don't call on that number. It will ring out like that.
We can answer it. Do not call on the WhatsApp number, the number that is placed for WhatsApp. We can't answer it here. It will come to the computer, but we can't answer it. Cheese and ages. I tell you. What I was saying? So you come into the relationship after, but you want to control everything. Take heed of that, eh? Yeah. Because if anything happens to the father, mother, you're going straight out by the road. The bacchanal going and start. You know, we hear this, and this thing is something prevalent every time. But what is wrong with this person?
We're not taking the WhatsApp calls because
but
the
person
WhatsApp
listening to the radio
gets bumped off.
765, stop calling the WhatsApp line, please.
Oh gosh, man.
765.
I'm going to answer it.
Answer it.
Hello.
Morning.
Tall man, you cannot call the WhatsApp number. You're not listening to the radio.
It's coming through the computer.
It's coming through the computer. It's coming through the computer.
Forgive me that.
Well, what jail is this again?
Forgive me that, Sean.
No, I'm not forgiving you.
Oh, God, please.
All right.
I want to comment on something.
Oh, God.
Right? Morning to everybody, to Bruce and Dominic. Morning to Sean. Sean,
yes.
Last night I listened beyond the tape. I listened to Inspector Alexander and Marlon, and at the end of the show,
Superintendent,
Marlon,
oh God.
There was Marlon asked a comment, Sharon, how come being seen no protest, and Inspector Alexander spoke about several murders, women, but here what he said is a certain type of woman that they came out and committed the candlelight vigil for. Is a certain type of woman, and that have me. It justify what I have been saying all along. How they ain't coming out now with all these murders of women and committing vigil is because of politics. It's because of UNC politics. I do business. It's because it was an East Indian. Stop the plain politics in this country. They verify what I believe on Beyond the Tape. Stop the plain politics in this country. Shall I go on? That's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much. Sorry about that.
I hear you, brother.
Folks, we made an exception for Tallman.
For Tallman, so people do not call the number because it's coming through the computer. Mrs. Crosby, hold on. We go into an obituary. We just hold on first. We're coming back.
The Street 919 FM has been asked to announce the passing of Margaret Virginia Charles, of Three Hands Labrie, who departed this life at the age of 82 years on Friday, the 12th of February 2021 at the San Fernando General Hospital. She will be lovingly remembered as the mother of Carlos, Vern, and Lynette Charles, grandmother of Jabari, Makina, and Jediah, sister of Magnus Charles, Herbert Charles, deceased, Aubrey Charles, deceased, Queenan Charles, deceased, Olga Thomas, deceased, Henrietta Charles, deceased, and Princess Welcome, deceased. Adopted mother of Diane Sideno, aunt of many, mother-in-law of Sophia Charles, aunt-in-law of many, relative of the Charles, Anderson, Adams, and Kisso families, and many others, friend of many. The funeral service for the late Margaret Virginia Charles will take place on Friday, the 5th of March, 2021, at the St. Augustine Anglican Church, Labrie. Public viewing of the body at 1:30 p.m., followed by a service at 2 p.m., thence to the Labrie Cemetery. Inquiries can be made at Elite Funeral Homes Limited at 648-3462.
This is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Miss Crosby.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Before I tell you something else, somewhere along the line, as if a pickup, as if the girl's salary couldn't pay the mortgage or something, so his money paid his mortgage. Oh, but the house, her money wasn't enough. Somewhere to my understanding, how much did the wife put into the house? How much was her salary, the one he divorced, to get the house? And we used to buy condensed milk and coffee. $7,000 equal was working for.
I find that ruling unfair. I find that's an unfair ruling.
And after making it sound that the son shouldn't take part, and like if you say, you rule in a way that, you know, you'll have to pay costs again. It come like if again a message mean you're too fast, know your place, go where you come out from. No, this morning from 4 o'clock the radio over here wasn't in order, wasn't working. 6:30 Tobago came on. So I wonder if you were not singing you on YouTube or listening to you all. Right? When Bruce came on, the radio came on just about 2 or 3 minutes before. Not when Bruce came on, when I heard Bruce on the YouTube with the reading of the papers, it was just after the radio came on with Tobago. This is Tobago. So I don't know what went on there this morning. So we ain't get all you on radio. I don't know if you come back on after, but I know you two are listening to you. Okay, so I guess we go to outer place to be what took so she come in to claim something. Okay then. And I wasn't going to appeal. Let God work out the appeal. And I wonder if a will was made after they think, well, okay, they did wrong or whatever it is, that will give her a heart attack. Okay. Okay, Sharon?
Okay, my dear.
All right, bye.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to the panel, Ms. Felix, Bruce Wayne.
Caller.
Hello, morning.
Caller, you are something is interfering with your call. If you have something up in the back of you, could you take it off, please?
Yes, morning. Miss Felix, good morning.
Morning.
Hello?
Morning. Listen to us on the phone and not through the radio. Please turn off your radio.
Yeah, Bruce. Morning. You hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you very, very loud.
But there's something in the back of him making noise in my
I'm
ears.
moving away from the internet. Yeah, morning again. I just want to highlight something in respect to Gary Griffith and the commissioner.
Caller.
Yes,
are you calling from a cordless mic? A cordless phone, sorry?
Yes, I am, Sharon.
Your cordless phone need to charge.
You're not hearing me?
You're breaking up badly.
All right. You hearing me now?
Go ahead, let me hear.
You hearing me now?
A little better, yes.
All right. Okay. I just want to highlight something concerning with Gary Griffith and the Minister of National Security in respect to the covert and people hanging out by the bars and other environs. Right? They spoke about people hanging nearby, in or within the vicinity is an offense under the Covert Act, but yet still it is happening. All right? And they are not doing nothing about it in Woodbrook, St. James, and all these areas, and there are police stations nearby, and they're not doing nothing about it. Right? So I will continue to highlight that publicly until something is being done. Thank you.
Just now, hold on, caller. Who is not doing anything about it?
Well, as you heard what I said, right? They spoke about it. They came on air. They talk about it being an offense, hanging around, being nearby, or anything of the sort within the vicinity of a public business place or whatever the case may be. But I have not seen the law taking action to these things that are actually taking place.
The reason why I ask you, you said the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's why I ask you, who is not... Is it the police officers you're talking about, or you're saying that the Commissioner and the Minister of National Security should be out there to man these things? That's why I ask you,
Why I call those two names? Because those are the two people who highlighted it on radio, on television, talking about the act under the Covert Act, right? That it's an offense, even on
and I hear you,
beyond the tape, even beyond the tape.
Wait, hold on, caller. I heard you, but I'm asking you. I ask you a simple question. So, is it that you think that the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security should be outside in a vehicle, driving around and looking for people to charge? Just asking.
I don't think it's their job.
But then you see, interpretation is a hell of a thing.
No,
I thought you would have called on the police officers to do their job.
What I am saying, I am not calling on Gary Griffith or the Minister of National Security.
That's not how it came across. That's not how it came across.
Yeah, I am calling their name because they made the statement.
But they are not the ones to implement the law on the streets. So you need to call on the police officers to do their job.
But what I'm also saying, they are so as well responsible for seeing that the job is carried out.
Caller, let me don't let you further put your foot in your mouth. Thanks a lot, but I understand what you're trying to say.
Right, thank you
very much. You know, we sometimes call the radio station. We don't think of what we want to say before we start.
We will have a show on the chain of command.
Yeah, there's a... Listen, I work at a radio station. There's a boss, supervisor, so on, so on, so on. It comes trickle down. Right? So the CEO of the company, he had to sit down whole day and look at the staff, but I have people there to do the work. Who have to answer to the boss, the CEO? Not the person under him. The person under that person have to answer to him, and it is a domino effect. Now I understand what you're saying, but it's how you're putting it across. Interpretation is a hell of a thing, you know. So you're expecting the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police to be in a vehicle driving all over Trinidad and Tobago, looking at all the bars and so on. The police officers who are paid to do their job, who are on duties, who have to do these things. I don't know, I must interpret it wrong.
Well, but that's the general culture in Trinidad, because the government gets blamed when employees, public servant employees, don't do their job. It's the government fault. If this department not working on that one, it's the government.
I'm not defending anybody, you know, but I am just, you see, it's how you craft your words.
Yeah.
You can't, I thought you would have called on the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security to hold somebody responsible for that or so on. But it's how you craft your words and how they talk, boy.
Divisional heads and so on are direct responsibility.
Miss New Village, morning.
Good morning to you, my beloved.
How are you, darling?
Girl, up and rising, up and under the bed still, but I'm good.
Nice. And that is a good thing, eh?
Listen, I'm just sorry for all this sometime, but I'm a very early riser. So the gentlemen there, good morning to you all. Greetings to everyone.
Miss New Village, you're just sorry for me. Because what does happen? Morning Crondell, I don't know why. And she just wake me up on a morning. Crondell just insists to call me 3 something, all kind of thing. I put my thing in order. So sometime now when I say, turn a half an hour again, he calling down the phone. Bring.
Well, you want to make sure you're in time.
When I done talk to him, I just fall back asleep.
I meet one of your girls from Separia in Point Time. What day is that?
Who is that boy?
One of your main girls and them, because she heard me talking and she called out to me. And then, what you call the name from Faizabad?
Louise?
Louise or one of them. Mm-hmm. I saw them, she was at the bank. What day is that?
Yes.
Somewhere, yes. I'm listening to the discourse this morning, and I wish really, and when you just said that you wish you'll get a learned mind to come in and explain what is going on. I've seen this thing happen so many times, and I often tell people, who I have in contact with, if you were married before and you are divorcee or whatever, and you might have property before, let the person that you are living with know what is your intention or what you have it to do. Sometimes they'll say, well, all right, this is for my children, so you have it already, and what we build now is ours. So you have a prenuptial. So you know that we know we're going into it to build now. I looking to build for me. I looking to look for me, because I know that what I met you with, but this lady didn't meet him with anything. They were renting, right? But you just can't trust flesh. But it had no will as far as it's concerned. So it's a big, it's a something, in New York now you get a police to take that 70-30. You get a lawyer to take that 70-30, and you show your case going through. But what I'm saying, I pray God that somebody will step in on her behalf, and something will work out, that it will be divided equally or something to that effect. You're saying you wish you will get that person's number. You don't wish. I believe before the day up, when I hear that phone ringing, I thought it was somebody giving you that woman number already, because you know you're going to get it.
A fight for Brass Festival, we are a little too quiet.
All right, so we're going to the ads. We're going to the ads.
Right.
We'll be back.
Take care, right.
Brass Festival! Get mad now! Get back up! Get back up, back up! Get back up! Get back up, back up! Get back up! Get back up, back up! Get back up! This year we want them ready, know that we gone. It's long time now, them people know that we done. When carnival time comes, they know that we there. Don't play with me, we're going to. Craziness, you know we love it. And when we do it, the people love it. They say they like it. Everybody inside the party, rock, rock. Cause we are this get man. Everybody head down. Right now you get man. Everybody head down. Right now you get man. Everybody head down. Right now you get.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
This Friday, join us together with the family of Andrea and loved ones of many of the other victims of violent crime against women and children at Woodford Square from 7 p.m. Join us for the historic symbolic signing launch of the national petition to protect our women and save our country. Join me, Judy, together with Candace, Felicia, and Avenel, as well as Inchan, Stefan, Philip, and Ian. Petition packages will be distributed to all team leaders for distribution throughout the country.
DQ Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Paul Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
Dedicated to our hard-working nurses, Alternative International Comedy Festival. 2 North-South Super Shows. 200 nurses will receive complimentary VIP tickets to laugh non-stop. By public demand, returning to Naparima Bowl. Saturday, March 13th, 7 p.m. And Sunday, 14th March, Port of Spain, Napa, 5 p.m. On stage, the nation's funniest stand-up comedians and dramatists. All the bacchanal and drama you want. 2 persons on 1 general ticket. Single tickets also available at Napa Box Office and selected JTA and Extra Food supermarkets. TicketGateway.com, Bellini's Drug Mart, Sutton Street, San Fernando. All health protocols will be in effect. For more info, call 774-5555.
Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. Passport, please.
Oh my God! You like the first immigration officer ever. Did you come here with Christopher Columbus? Which ship were you on, Granny?
I was on your mother ship. All of Tunji?
Tadao! Granny, but what the maracas be?
Where you hustling up to? This is the beach. You're supposed to be relaxing.
Well, I'm going to get some bacon shark.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, me and my boy, yeah.
Just remember, it's still have COVID out there. Beach or no beach? Yeah. Hey, you wash your hands? And where's your mask? You know what? 10 things to remember when you're by the beach. If you're sick, stay home. Wear a mask. Oh, social distance, remember, 6 feet. Avoid large crowds. Yes. Oh, remember, don't socialize with people you don't live with. When you're going to buy your food, by the food vendors, make sure that they have the badge, the mask on, and the gloves. Oh, and make sure that they have somewhere that you can wash your hands and sanitize. Do not be sharing beach toys with people you don't live with, all right? Like your beach balls and your frisbees. Stop it! And when you go to buy your little bacon sharks, take it and go outside and eat. Do not eat it in the enclosed areas. Oh, and the final and last thing, enjoy yourself. Yes, enjoy.
Thank you, Granny. Say, your body line. Oh, yeah.
Catch these extra foods plenty for 20 Super Lenten specials. Domino vanilla cookies, 16 for $20. Trick cereal boxes, 10 for $20. Orchard drinks assorted, 12 for $20. Creamery mini cup ice creams, 5 for $20. Mayflower tuna flakes, 4 for $20. Trinidad fresh assorted, 6 for $20. And Catelli ketchup econo pack, 5 for $20. So many great plenty for 20 specials. And sale lasts for 10 days only. February 26th to March 7th. Extra foods. Always extra for less.
You juice. And when me drink, we got a natural boost. Ginger, lime, and turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this orange spice. And a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you juice. En route to the ultimate you.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here on the Street 919 FM. The Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word is on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Tuesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, where we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or find us on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank, account number 795222.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
Oh, bacana. Sweet. Well, look who it is. It's the whining queen of the soca. Everybody want come hold her. Whining queen of the soca. Lord, she want me know. Hey, check her now. Whining up the body, want me know. Hey, check her now. Bouncing up the body, want me know. Hey, check her now. Whining up the body, want me know.
It's Friday!
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back.
Look who it is.
8:06 a.m. Let me say good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Regis. We locked on every day. Mr. and Mrs. Primus. To all our callers, viewers, every one of you, good morning. All your Dominic and them now, I'm going to make a call in a short while. I'm just giving the attorney 2 minutes to read the article. Then I'm going to call him. Thank you, Mrs. Regis. Love you so much.
She ain't nothing easy, so girl.
No, them want to put up a picture, them like real bacchanal inside of here.
Bacchanal Friday.
So what are they putting up that picture to accomplish? Let me hear.
We'll pull it up.
No, but you have to let they need to log on.
Log on.
All they like real bacchanal boy.
I want to show you what my short used to be doing people on a regular basis.
But what I do all you?
A regular
but
basis.
What jail is this? Facebook 183 is not enough. Come quick. Because remember I have to call the gentleman.
When she start to broken down the whole body turn over. One look to the left.
Call me, not now when I finish. YouTube 400. All your real good into to know you and Dominic. Dominic is the mischievous one. I come to that conclusion. Imagine we have almost 200 people on the Facebook and only 7 shares. All they not easy, nah? Facebook users, where are you? YouTube, all you come quick. I have to call the man. All you want to know why this be doing when I leave here. I go to work, if all you don't know, right.
Yeah.
What? It's the after work part. We talk about the fact that you're going to work when you're leaving here.
Look, all you give me a break.
After work part.
Is it?
The next day we ain't getting on.
All you watch and see if it's jealous, they're jealous, or if it's some of that they wanted.
I'm going to invite all you.
Yeah, I'm going to invite all you.
After the fact.
Yeah, where jail it is. Man, probably thing is.
After the fact.
All they look for them, but they look for them.
Toted.
They toted on.
Yes.
What is it? This is just one of the many plates.
Yes.
Felix will be putting up. You understand? One of the many.
This was a meal yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah, wait. Let's see how they like bacchanal.
Last time was the okra and rice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look here, let's stop it.
Looking like if she set the plate so
yes.
Just to take all that picture to say, yo.
Exactly.
You see me, let me make my phone call.
Everything.
All you listen.
Yeah, everything in right proportions.
Let me make my phone call and not me and all you.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Scotland. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
My name is Sharon Felix, and you're live on 91.9 FM. Oh gosh.
91.9?
Yes, with Dominic, Romaine, and Bruce Wayne, Jason Thomas, a.k.a. Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
Right. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
And lady.
Thank you very much. We would have called you on a case, or it's a story in the Express. Nurse ordered to pay over to hand over doctor's $2.3 million house.
Yes.
And it says that the doctor, Mr. Ram Singh, did not include Miss Springer, who is the person, Olivia Springer, in his will. Although it is being stated here that we have on the papers, So I'm giving you a quoting from the papers, that Miss Springer would have lived with the gentleman prior. Let me start over. Mr. Ram Singh had his wife prior to his relationship, which they divorced. So he had a wife, his previous wife, and the son. So he was divorced from her since 2004. And in 2011 or before that, he picked up with Olivia Springer. So they lived in a 1-bedroom place, and then he acquired this 5-bedroom dwelling house. And in 2012, they bought a vehicle also. So the son is representing the mother in the matter to take away the house and vehicle from Miss Olivia Springer, which I should say is the common law wife then. But they only lived for 4.5 years.
So the doctor's son is saying, on behalf of my mother,
yes,
nurse, I want back this property, which is my father's property, which
No.
now...
No, Mr. Scotland.
Whose son? Is it the nurse's son?
No,
or
it is the previous, the doctor's son with his previous marriage. Right.
Good. It's representing the mother, meaning his mother, to say, look here, Miss Nurse, you are not entitled to any of this property. It's my father's property, which should go to me and my mother.
Right.
Right. I'm there with you.
Right. But even if they were divorced in 2004,
yeah.
So the relationship had severed ties, they divorced. So he picked up this person after, how much years after, and he bought this house with this woman living together. So he bought the house in 2011 and the vehicle in 2012. So the son is representing the mother, claiming the property that the mother and father was divorced since 2004.
I understand everything.
But I know you will give us a legal aspect.
So, without having all, but from what you've told me, even if the former wife was divorced from the father, if the father died without leaving a will, although the mother will not be a next of kin because she's no longer wife, the son will be entitled to say, I am the only surviving next of kin unless he had other children, and I'm entitled to his estate. Now, if the father had left a will and said in that will, I provide for you, nurse, my common law wife for over 4.5 years, it would have been a different story. So I understand the judge's rationale that the nurse's name is nowhere on any will if there was a will.
Right.
So if there was a will, whoever the doctor named in the will, those would be the beneficiaries. But what is clear from the judgment is he did not name the nurse common law wife in the will. So let's take the will out if there was a will. If there was not a will, he died without leaving a will, which in law is known as death on intestacy. In those circumstances, your next of kin will be entitled. Now notice, the former wife, mother of the son, could not bring the claim. And that is because she had no right under intestacy because she was divorced, so she was not a wife. But the son remains a son. And he remains a next of kin. So the former wife is out, but the son remains in the absence of a will. And then we go to, well, what rights now? Because this is what you really called me for.
Yes.
What rights does the nurse have?
Yes.
Now, it depends on the pleaded case. I don't know the circumstances. I make no criticism of anyone because I'm not any supervisor of lawyers. If it was under the common law and it was under the Cohabitation Relationship Act, there are two ways in which you can claim as a cohabitant and establish yourself. If there is a child, you show cohabitation for 2 years and the child. If there is no child, and from what you have told me, the doctor and the nurse had no child in common, correct?
At least that's what we read. Nothing like that we saw.
So it means that they would have had to live together for 5 years and evidence would have had to be led. But from what you have told me, the relationship and the living together fell short by 6 months, correct?
Yes, you're correct.
So, in other words, the nurse did not fall under either the 2 years with a child or the 5 years living together. But that, to my mind, was not the end of the matter. I remember Justice Sharma, long before we had the Cohabitational Relationship Act and the recognition of children out of wedlock, he, under the common law, established that there are certain rights that can accrue, and he established that in the judgment. It was a brilliant judgment. But it depends on what was the pleaded case, because if all the eggs were put in the basket of common law relationship, and you did not cross the 4.5, the 5-year threshold without a child, or the 2 years with a child, then you did not meet the statutory threshold, and the statute must not be passed in vain. There's a threshold. However, there is something called equity.
Yes.
Now, what equity is? Equity is a parallel to the strict parameters of the law. What it is a branch of law. It is a genre of the law that speaks to good conscience. In equity, we have this. So there are various phrases of equity. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. It means that although the nurse did not meet the criteria under the law of a common law, he may have met the criteria in equity. I took care of this doctor for over X amount of years. I contributed to the purchase of the property. Look, I have my receipts here to the tune of $76,000 at least. That will show that there was some contribution to the repairs and to the upgrade of the house. Look, we bought a car together. All of that goes to show a common intention. He would have promised me, and under equity, there are things such as propriety and promissory estoppel, meaning you cannot promise me and make me extend at my expense or to my detriment, and then come back and the law trumps that. So in other words, the doctor would not have been allowed to say, well, let's build together. And when we build together, because I didn't, 1, put my name on the deed, 2, establish myself for 5 years or 2 years with a child, or 3, have the nurse's name included in the will, equity would have stepped in to protect the nurse. But I don't know how the case was pleaded.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this, however, because I sense a distinct feeling of despair to the nurse, but all is not lost for this reason. It is a judgment at first instance, meaning at a judge sitting at first instance. There is always right for the aggrieved party to petition the Court of Appeal on an appeal. And I'm sure that the nurse had an attorney. The attorney knows that there are 42 days in which you file your appeal. And you have solid grounds, if there are, to challenge the judge's decision on other grounds. Or even push the envelope on the grounds of the Cohabitational Relationship Act. And say, the time maybe has come to revisit this. Because even under things such as workmen compensation, I can tell you the law in that area is moving away from the strictures of pure living together, and there's a concept called dependency. So maybe they need to push the envelope. I don't know. But all is not lost, ladies, gentlemen, for this nurse, because she does have the right to appeal the decision.
And Mr. Scotland, in the article, just before you go, it says, in giving decisions, Sipasad said the doctor and Springer were in a relationship, but that he put her in an unrealistic expectation as it concerned possession of the house and car. He also did not accept that she assisted in buying the multi-million-dollar home or contributed to the $15,000 monthly mortgage or furnishings with her $7,000 salary. But yet, there's a part here where she have to pay cost and compensation, legal cost for the proceedings. So if $7,000 of her salary is not recognized for the mortgage and so on, how she will pay cost and compensation and pay the legal costs? In
all fairness, and I will take my time to explain this too. Trinidad.
Thank you. I really would.
When you go in a civil case, right?
Yes.
Cost follows the cause. In other words, remember a claim was brought, most likely by, well, from what you've told me, by the son of the doctor, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor's son had to bring this claim in order to get it out.
Right.
Because the nurse was saying, I'm entitled, I live in this house. This is my common law husband's house. So in other words, short of moving out physically, he went to court, which is the right thing to do. Yes?
Yes.
He had to go to court. In going to court, he incurred a cost because he had to pay the lawyers. So far, you're with me?
Yes.
His lawyers, yes?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now, the nurse lost, yes?
Yes.
If the doctor's son had lost, the doctor's son would have had to pay the nurse's attorney's cost. Because cost follows the cause. Whoever loses pays the other person's cost. And that is why sometimes we say that if you are impecunious, you have to be careful, either A, what you prosecute as a claimant, or B, what you defend as a defendant. Because remember, the doctor's son had to take her to court in order to get the house. She wasn't coming out of the house. She was claiming, as she claimed in court, 1, I contributed. 2, this was my common law husband. 3, we built this together. And 4, this is mine. Now, what is interesting is that you have said as a finding of fact that the court ruled and came at first instance to say that he did not find that she contributed. Now, that is a finding of fact that may be challenged, but it has to be challenged in the Court of Appeal. In other words, if she has receipt, then you can say that is an unsustainable finding because, look, she has receipts. So you cannot say I didn't contribute and I had receipts, but that will depend on what was before the learned trial judge. But as I said to you, all is not lost because the decision is a decision of a first instance judge. There is always the Court of Appeal. We can go to overturn that decision.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scotland.
And just to give you a little more hope, but not to give anybody false hope, there's also something called a stay of execution. The attorneys for the nurse may employ, meaning stay this judgment, don't do anything, leave the status quo until such time as the court will determine the matter. There is one rider to that, however, and the rider to that is the court normally doesn't deprive a successful litigant of the fruits of his judgment. So that is a hurdle that the nurse, who will now be the appellant, has to overcome. However, the nurse may want to argue that on a balance of convenience, and as Chief Justice de Labastide, as he then was said, on a balance of justice, the justice lies in leaving the status quo as it is until such time as the Court of Appeal determines the matter.
Okay, Mr. Scotland, thank you very much. But you know, I had to call and get that legal mind so that we understand. You know, here this program is about fact finding. We are the court of opinion on a morning from 5 to 9.
I realize that. I realize that. And you have my legal mind going before 9 o'clock in the morning. You have me going back to principles of law.
I did enjoy this. I learned a lot, and don't worry, you have to make a date with me because you have to come in and sit first to have discussions to tell me what's going on in your area as the Member of Parliament for Port of Spain South and so on. So don't worry. But you know, I just thought that they could have barely cost half and half, but you know.
Cost follows the cause.
Yeah.
And I want to say, madam, when you are ready, you have a very high contact. You know how to get me. I say no more.
Thank you very
say
much.
no more. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, my dear. Thanks a lot.
Okay, then. Goodbye, Mercedes. Goodbye.
Okay, my dear. That Trinidad and Tobago was our very own Mr. Scotland, Keith Scotland, Member of Parliament for Port of Spain South. And an attorney, a reputable one, let me see.
Court salutation there, my lady, because that's what they call the judge.
My lady.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Camille Robinson Regis, darling. I love you, love you, love you. Mr. Chance, before we go to the Royal Casa meal tip, hit me.
Well, let me hit you one time. I want to congratulate you and your team for your leadership. And I keep always saying to you all that educating and informing the people is an important part of radio. And you have demonstrated that again today. But I also want to say to Dominic, leave me out of this frustrating business, you know. Sharon, you and Bruce, let Dominic know you're the one with that, right?
I understand.
Dominic, just pass the first. Thank you, Mr. Scotland, for the information and guidance, because that is what radio is for. And as I close, very quickly, let me congratulate Kieran Pollard for 6 consecutive sixes in the international competition. He's a Trinidadian, you know. Good news. 6 consecutive sixes. He has established himself. Continue in the books of cricket for the world.
Mr.
6
Chance,
consecutive sixes.
Mr. Chance, how Bruce just say it again? Bruce, we listen.
You made it think about crook. Listen, tell Dominic you're on your own with that frustration. Dominic, leave on my daughter and leave on Bruce. You're on your own.
But Mr.
Right,
Mr. Chance, while you're congratulating us, we also have to congratulate our secretary of the board. Remember, the chairman is Mr. Regis and the secretary is Mrs. Regis.
Well, of course,
because we have people of high esteem listening to our program, we get help anywhere. So I want to thank you very much for guiding us in the direction.
That is the point. I want to thank Ms. Regis, and I hope she continues to get well.
Yes.
And so that she'll come out very fresh to treat the matters in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. Madam, I hope that your recovery is speeded up so that you can come out very fresh, and I know you're ready to come out there and treat the matters in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, so Sharon, you all go to the head of the class again this morning. The importance of radio to inform and educate the public. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my darling. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, the calls and overseas, all our listeners and viewers, we're going to the meal tip of the day, Royal Castle. Do not shift your dial. We'll be back.
Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919. Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. If you're on the go and want something easy to eat, try Royal Castle's Golden Chicken Nuggets. Enjoy these golden, tender, and tasty bite-sized treats of 10 pieces of nuggets, one side and a 16-ounce soft drink with your choice of honey mustard or barbecue sauce. And not forgetting the kids. The Castle has a kids nugget combo too, of 4 pieces of nuggets, one side and a 16-ounce soft drink, and our nuggets are made with the same delicious local flavors that we're famous for. It's the Royal Castle Golden Chicken Nuggets. Our culture, our taste. That was the Royal Castle meal tip on the street 919. That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
Friday!
Yeah. Oh, Bacchanal. Ooh, yeah. I woke up this morning and I'm feeling nice. But the path that I chose comes with battles to fight. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping. I know where I am headed. Got no time for problems. Hold the weight on your shoulders. Put your problems behind you. If you fall long, just get up and get your head out the dirt. And when they try to undermine you, and they talking behind you, don't mean nothing but you. Put your hands in the air, everybody. It's time to get up and to move.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Somebody is telling us, check the chat. Guys, you need to tell me what we're looking for. We understand the lady is listening. So can I please ask her to call my cell, 726-4685, please. 726-4685. And guys, I need to compliment MP Keith Scotland, the attorney, our learned attorney, for taking the call one and explaining in detail that we can understand. I really want to, thank him very much. Here now, I learned some kind of thing. We have to come in and talk to us about some legal things. I want to thank him very much. And for what I've been hearing, he's doing very, very well. I want him to keep up the good job. And guys, we're in a good place. And again, let me thank all our listeners and viewership. I want to thank Ms. Robinson Regis again, who listen to us every day. And she always was there to give us information and guide us in the right direction. Thank you very much, Madam Regis and Mr. Regis. Don't feel when you see me going left and in and I reach later, let's get buff, The chairman does buff me up. Mr. Chance, thank you so much. And guys, all of you, I want to thank all of you, boy. Somebody.
Yeah, but I have one on Facebook.
You have her?
Yeah, we know see her.
Where is she? Honor, Miss Honor. Okay. So we need to get her number. Somebody, she need to send her number first, please. All right, so, okay, it's unfortunate. He did not recognize my time, effort, energy, and financial contribution. However, strength is given. Vessel of Honor, you need to call me on 726, please. 4685. So we will have a discussion. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, that's what I'm talking about. Facts or nothing here. Call her.
Sharon, Sharon, see that? I'm proud of you this morning, girl. That is what we talk about, man. Mr. Skip Scotland, man, the 4 roads people will be proud of you. Grams and them fellas and them, man. That is what I want to see. And the titan of that lady, she's a mayor and a tourist too.
Of course. Of course.
That is one, yes. And Dominic and Bruce.
Yes, sir.
As I say, that is what Jay-Z did in New York. We have to understand as a people their disadvantages. Our forefathers didn't inherit land. We were set back. What Jay-Z did in New York, which is wealth, he didn't move away from his community. He invested money in a battery of expensive counsel and attorneys to help the young black male who is being incarcerated and cannot get bail in a racial justice system at a disadvantage because because legal work, Sharon, is very expensive. The other ethnic groups, they know that. So I tell them when I went to personally someone, so what do they do? They use the legal justice system to wear down poor Africans. I've been reading this morning. To wear down poor African people with costs, because the cost that is placed on her head. She's going to say that what Ms. Crosby said, I love her. Leave it to God and walk away. While the other UNC attorneys and the people use the court as a playground and do pro bono work with the best attorneys. And the cost that will be afforded to her when we cheat, because obviously son will go for a cheap lawyer. They know that. They know your interest going to fade Sharon, and Sharon go say, boy, leave it to God, which is good, and walk away. That is not life. We have to understand that when God bless you with wealth and position as a people, what Mr. Scotland did this morning is not to find love in other places. Nothing is wrong with that. That is, you can't tell people who to fall in love with. But that doesn't say you have to divorce yourself from your people and your community. Jay-Z says we know where that ends up. When they done use you. We saw it with Jack Warner. Mr. Warner, we saw it with Gypsy. We saw it with a lot of prominent black people. You don't have to divorce yourself from a community and cuss up your people and cuss up your community in the worst way. We will at a disadvantage. Don't let them fool you with that. So what has to happen here, as Mr. Scotland says, the extend his arm, is to pursue the transcript is what he needs. He knows that. He's a senior experienced attorney. Because the transcript, Mr. Felix, will tell you all the details, the lies, the every little thing. To know exactly what happened, because both sides could say this or say that, but the transcript in court is the Bible, right? And this is what black organizations had to do. People feel like black people poor, you know.
Caller, I want to ask you to leave it there for me, because I have the young lady number. I'm calling her now.
No problem.
Right, so right. Okay, great.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
This is Miss Springer.
Yes.
Sharon Felix, and you're listening to 91.9 FM. We saw you online. We were told you were online listening to us.
Yeah, my name is Vessel of Honor. It's not under it's Miss Springer.
Yes. How are you?
Well, it's not nice, you know, because, I didn't think it would have ended the way it had ended. And then he went on to make it public. He posted on Facebook, he posted on newspapers.
Who did that? The son?
The judge did that.
The judge?
Yeah.
Okay. We have to leave. Our show finishes at 9 o'clock. I know that there are a lot of things I want to ask you, and I know the listening audience would want to hear a number of things. So can I talk to you off air after the program? And if you want to say your side of the story, I have no problem bringing you in on Sunday to have a discussion with us, because I'm very concerned and I want to hear the other side of the story. Yeah?
Yeah,
all right. So I want to thank you for listening. Well, how you found out that we're talking about you? How you found out?
A friend of my mother called my mother and told her that he heard my name, and my mother had put on her radio, and then my mother called me. But she called me in tears, because we saw it yesterday in the papers, and then after everybody talking about your daughter, and it's not nice. The judge really, he was not nice. You had a lot of nasty stuff, and it came as if he came.
And then you according to you, put it on the papers. So girl,
I put it on Facebook, and people on Facebook have been very, very, very bad about it. But just my name is on it.
That's okay, Olivia. Let me tell you something. In life, sometimes you have to face it head on and deal with it. And sometimes we say in street language, you just have to go down in the gutter and deal with some of your issues. But don't worry about that, Don't worry about that. This is just to make you stronger. You're not the first woman. We're going into International Women's Day a couple of days from now.
He told them that. He told them Monday's Women's Day. Be nice to her. At least give her the chairs in the house. He said all of that.
And he put it on Facebook and all over.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be the first nor the last woman who have gone through something like this. Trust me. And that's why we women need to start rallying around our friends, our lady friends and our families, to give them that strength. Because I hear it in your voice, you're feeling hurt, but don't feel hurt, This is an example, a learning example for all of us. This just opened a can of worms for we women to do things differently. because you sound young and maybe inexperienced, so you wasn't thinking this would happen to you.
No.
You see? So you might be the example for us to change the way we do things. You know? So don't feel no how. Feel as though you are now being advertised. All right? And you're going to make a change in society. Women are going to listen to you and make a change in society. So we do things differently. All right? Yeah. So I give you some of my strength today, and I'm giving you some of my gentleman's strength. So you're going forward. You will be a beacon to reckon with these things. You don't worry about that. That's not going to make you fall. It's not going to hurt you. God will provide for you, and you'll get up and move. You'll acquire more than that. Yeah. So you don't worry about that. All right? So I'll call you off air, and we will talk about it, and then you'll tell me if you're comfortable to come in on Sunday, and we'll discuss it, because if you could put it on Facebook and it could be on the papers, then you can talk about your side, yeah, so that people understand, and maybe the negative comments might change. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, darling. So have a good day, and thank you so much for listening and commenting, and for us to find you. Okay, all right, darling. Have a good day. And let me tell you, that is part of what we're talking about. And with that, I want to play something for you all. Yesterday, I was asked to do a video with a little piece of information, because we have International Women's Day coming up, and one of my counselors asked me to do something for him. And I'm going to let you hear it. And Angie was the person who would have helped me with the piece. I'm going to play it for you. Bruce, I'm going to send it to Bruce, and he's going to put it up. All right? I want to do that before we go. Huh. Hey. Check the WhatsApp number. So all is not lost, you know, people. Sometimes when people feel they're doing your wickedness, it's a good, you know. Mm-hmm. It's a good, because we would have never discussed that. Yeah. Never called Keith Scotland to talk to us this morning. Mm. And Mrs. Regis would not tell us, direct us how to do it. You see, everything fall into place, and we'd have never find the lady. Yeah. So I had to do this little piece yesterday to send it off. It's just a rough something, and we did it. And I'm going to send this to my Women's League. We're going and do, everybody must do a piece and make something and put it up. I'm so serious. All right. Today, as we celebrate International Women's Day, I extend greetings to women worldwide as they continue to nurture and support. Special salutation to women in leadership roles as they strive to selflessly and compassionately promote the well-being of others. Like Ruth in the Bible, they continue to be vanguards, showing strength, determination, and excellence even in the face of adversities, hardship, criticism, and challenges. Today, I urge all women to be matriarchs to our families, exemplars to communities, and beacons of hope, contributing to better society. Women of the world, we must focus on achieving an equal future in a COVID-19 world. I am Sharon Felix, the Secretary of the People's National Movement, National Women's League.
So I come to balance the fight. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping. I know where I am.
You see how sometimes things that happen. Trinidad and Tobago. It's Friday, it's 8:46 a.m. Today is the 5th of March 2021. And we're talking women. We go through all kind of thing in life. All kind, mentally, physically, financially, all kind. But we still standing. What we gonna do? Fellas, on Monday, I expecting to be treated like a queen, eh?
Some kind of plate.
Yeah, how we tapping that? How we tapping that?
Thank you.
I know you ain't only take off all your mic.
We'll carry by beats.
By beats? Yeah. I'm going to take that.
Let me just say good morning to Mr. Jeffrey and Miss Yulin Woodier. They're listening to us out there in Arima, and also to Mr. and Mrs. Giuseppe.
But you can't remember Mr. and Mrs. Giuseppe restaurant.
Yes, I had to call Miss Giuseppe. Yes.
Call her. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon, Rusan, and
morning.
And Dominic.
Morning.
I wonder if what you get up another way around, would that be the same thing? Another way around, would that be the same thing? Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, we're taking your calls. Quickly, we have 3 more minutes before we get ready to leave here. Step forward. Move forward. Step forward. Come on, ladies, we need to do that, you know. Stop taking advantage and abusing our women. Mr. Chance.
Excellent message, my daughter. Excellent message. Top of the line, excellent message. But I want to have a little quick thing to tell Sue Grimtree something. He asked you to call in Mr. Ramesh Marad, not so?
Yes.
Well, I want to tell him the Minister of Legal Affairs in 1996 was Kamala Prasad Bissessa. She was the Minister of Legal Affairs in the Pandey government, so she should know. Okay, thank you very much.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning. Where you going?
Mr. Archer.
Mr. Archer?
Morning,
right. Go ahead.
I will not get up on the radio at all this morning. I get up on my phone. Sharon, my heart goes out to the lady. I want to tell her that what is for a man is for a man. Once God put things in place for you, no matter what they do, they cannot take it away from you. That person who did that to you might lost more, we don't know. But I live in this with her. What is for a man is for a man. Just keep on saying, my darling. Actually, it could be the whole half of Trinidad and Tobago with you. And that is an experience that will go down in this show. So all the other young people, they listen or see what takes place, listen how you speak and so on. I'm advising you to go on the radio with Sharon and let the whole world hear what really took place. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Mr. Archer. Right. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, it's 8:50 a.m. I have a call. Let me take this caller, and then we're getting ready to wrap up. Caller, good morning. Caller, go on. Caller, good morning.
Sharon, good morning. Bruce and Dominic, good morning.
Morning.
Sharon, maybe you could open a GoFundMe page for this lady, and not only for her, but people who may come behind. You know?
Sure, not a problem.
So that might be just throwing out an idea.
Yes.
Okay, have a good day.
When I talk to her, then I would tell you all what direction we can go in, yeah?
All right then.
Okay, my dear.
Okay, take care.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Sharon, morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, beautiful show. You see how God has lead you to make certain things. And look at the call you get this morning with this young lady. Very informative because I pick up part of it when Keith Cutler was talking. And you had to document everything. You had to put things in place. Make a will on who you want certain things to go to. Because if you don't do that, you could be in some problem. And also, Mr. Scotland, very good job in Port of Spain, because if you had the 7 magnificent buildings that they said, you have to upgrade the whole of Port of Spain. So I agree with you. You continue on your journey, and we wish you the best of luck. Right, Sharon? And Bruce and Dominic, will have a good day.
Thank you very much. All right, so guys, we're getting ready to leave. Oh boy, the ads coming up. The thing coming to an end. Hold on. Oh gosh, wait. Oh gosh. Hey. Right. Good. All right, guys. So, listen, we gotta go. Hey. We just have about 2 minutes and some seconds before we leave. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just have some questions, Ms. Felix, that I'm not clear about. Could you give me the name of the doctor who owned the property?
It's Mr. Ram Singh. What Ram Singh it was? Something Ram Singh.
Am I to assume that that is of East Indian descent?
It's Dr. Ram Singh. I should think so.
Right. His children, his sons are of East Indian descent?
Maybe.
All right. Well, stands to reason. Can I ask another question? Could you give me the name of the nurse who was his common law wife and caregiver?
I was just about to tell you. Her name is Olivia Springer.
Okay, now that doesn't necessarily speak to race, but I'm asking, could you tell me what race she was?
That I don't know. I'll find out when I speak to her today.
You see, unfortunately, I'm just concerned as a citizen that while this matter was dealt in the courts of Trinidad and Tobago, we must understand that many times race, ethnicity influences many things, even the law. And, you will get a lot of very fancy language, and we may overlook that there may be some other underlying issues that influence the outcomes of things. One, the challenge of the property by the children. And two, the outcome of the matter.
And you have to leave it right there. We have to go. We have 2 minutes.
I have to, but I just wanted to ask that question.
Yes. So
I'll be happy. I'll be looking forward for the answer.
Yes. On Sunday, please, God.
I'll be listening.
Thank you very much.
For your time. Have a great day.
Thank you kindly. Guys, this is where we leave. We gotta go. We're right in the ads. Guys, ciao.
This Friday, join us together with the family of Andrea and loved ones of many of the other victims of violent crime against women and children at Woodford Square from 7 p.m. Join us for the historic symbolic signing launch of the national petition to protect our women and save our country. Join me, Judy, together with Candice, Felicia, and Avenel, as well as Inshan, Stefan, Philip, and Ian. Petition packages will be distributed to all team leaders for distribution throughout the country.
Nikki, you're looking good.
Thanks. I started running around the savannah.
No. I talking about the view on your TV.
Well, I got a total entertainment makeover from DirecTV and dress up the living room with big savings, easy installation, and new features. Wait, I not looking good too?
Of course, but you could step aside. You're blocking the TV.
Switch to new style of TV with DirecTV. Enjoy quick installation, great packages, fantastic channels, and more. You're looking good with DirecTV. Call 877-4388 to sign up today.
Johnny
Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Paul Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
I decided that I would try it once. For some strange reason, it started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day. Yeah. So I tried it and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now and I have no pain in my joints. So it's definitely the product.
So the product works?
Definitely.
Once again, I'd like to pick up all my crew on the inside. All my crew on the inside. Now you know, only hear the trade. Only hear the trade. It's time to get on the trade. All I want you to say is choo-choo. All I want you to say is choo-choo. All I want you to say is choo-choo. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 1, 2, now we go. Ready, 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 ready. Where you say?
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Are you tired of going place to place with no real solutions for your health concerns? Look no further and let our team at Louis Herbal Health Clinic take care of you with our amazing specials. Now offering iridology scanning, where we utilize a microscopic camera to detect hypertension, liver damage, a weakened immune system, and so much more issues in the body through the eyes. Iridology scanning is 100% safe and pain-free. Also available is our advanced 3D head-to-toe body scanning using the biophilia tracker, a one-of-a-kind radiation-free device used to detect all chronic diseases, disorders, and inflammation in the body in just under 1 hour. Free consultation with any service and the same-day results available. We are located on number 18 Parakeet Street, Tacarigua. To book, call or WhatsApp Shanice today at 278-1661 or find us on Facebook at Louis Herbal TT for more information.
At any time, anywhere, anyone can be a victim of a violent crime. Each year, innocent citizens fall victim to various crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board reaches out to victims who have suffered financial loss and physical injury as a result of violent crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board, located at Tower C Level 20 International Waterfront Complex, number 1 Ryson Road, Port of Spain. Call us at 627-2376. The program cannot erase the painful memories of a crime, but it can help ease the financial burdens victims bear. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
This is the word on the street. The Tobago only news on Street 919 FM.
Good morning. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 9 a.m. Tobago News on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. For the third straight day, the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development has announced a new COVID-19 case in Tobago. The latest case takes the active total on the island to 3. Before Sunday, there had been no active COVID-19 case in Tobago for 30 days. The division said 2,963 samples had been submitted to the Tobago Regional Health Authority and other local sites for testing. The number of samples that tested positive for COVID-19 in Tobago is 158. There have been 2 deaths. A Tobago Business Expo will be hosted in May by the THA Business Development Unit. The Secretary of Community Development, Enterprise Development and Labor, Marcelin Melville Jack, says the details are still being worked out, but the expo will be hosted in an attempt to stimulate the micro-business sector on the island through a collaborative effort with the Community Development Department and local entrepreneurs. In the interim, the Business Development Unit continues to deliver the necessary support to the small and medium-sized enterprises sector through the Enterprise Assistance Grant and Loan Program since the onset of COVID-19, as the sector was severely affected by the pandemic. From March to December 2020, the unit distributed over $10 million in loans and grants as a stimulus package to entrepreneurs who were reeling under the devastating impact of the pandemic. Finally, the export expansion project will continue, says Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. He says expansion will not stop because of differences in negotiations. Dr. Rowley said the law permits people to be adequately compensated and it does not permit a not moving situation. The Prime Minister says the state is acting legally and properly in the expansion project, noting that reports suggest that most people are satisfied and their negotiations concluded. Dr. Rowley noted the discollation is uncomfortable, but the relocation process is not unique to Tobago. He says procedures are to be followed and not everyone is cooperative. The Prime Minister also noted that there are people already rebuilding their homes at Chavan. And that was the 9 a.m. Tobago News on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. Stay tuned for more news at 12 o'clock. I am Vanessa Thomas. Good morning.
News from the street.
Street919fm.com. Here's what's happening. That was the word on the street. Tobago's news on Street 91.9 FM.